Yes, sir.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And we're live.
There's so
Obviously,
much to talk about.
So much to talk about.
It's been years.
It's been a while. It's been a while. And one of the reasons why you're here is because I was supposed to have Jackson. I mean, we should just get right into this.
You think we should get into it, or should we let the
Budweiser?
Let the
settle
Budweiser
in?
kick. I haven't even eaten breakfast. I specifically didn't eat breakfast. I'm like, I'm going to drink beer with Joe. I already know he's getting me beer. And that way it can hit me a lot faster and I'll loosen up my lips a lot sooner.
We could do whatever you want, man. It's up to you. You're looking thick, dude. How much do you weigh now?
Man, so I've been so here's a crazy story. I go to the PI because Dana tells me I can't go to 55. So I go to talk to the PI.
He told you can't go. Why?
Well, because he says I'm getting old and older. Well, I just said he said old. I'm getting old. And
the weight cut's too hard,
right? So I said, all right, I'm going to go to the PI. You guys have this amazing facility with
the PI stands for Performance Institute for people who don't know.
There you go.
UFC Performance Institute.
And they have trainers and dietitian, nutrition, right? So I'm going there to meet with them to get a guideline and some kind of plan that we can attack so I can go down like, look, I met with your guys. They said it's okay. While I'm there, second day into all this like crazy testing you do, right? They have all kinds of tests that they run where you get on these bikes and I mean, like fuck, I was like an Olympic training center testing. I wanted to say Joe Silva walked in, but then that's not right because he's not there anymore. So
Mick Maynard.
No,
Sean
Shelby comes in and says, Cowboy, Mike Perry really wants to fight you. You want to take this fight? And I was like, well, I thought I was going to 55. And he said, yeah, he called you out and he really wants to fight you. And I was like, well, fuck, okay, I'll fight him. Sure, done. That's fine. But next one, can I go to 55? You know, like, goddamn. So how this Perry thing all started was Felder's opponent got hurt. I called to fight Gaethje because Vic got hurt. So I was like, I'll go to 55, fight Gaethje. Crazy shit just happened. And then the Perry fight, they offered me, and I called Perry. Said, hey, man, I know we're training together, but this is 10 days notice. Let's do this. He's like, fuck yeah, man, it'd be great. Let's do this. So that's how that started. And then when I didn't get the fight, that was the end of it for me. I went to UFC to go back to 155, and then all of a sudden he's calling me out.
So Felder winds up fighting Perry. You were gonna fight Perry, or you were at least thinking about it.
Yeah, I was like in the mix, right? But I couldn't. I didn't get cleared because I had stitches because I just fought. I don't know, 10 days before. So. Plus, I was in the hospital having my new son, so it was kind of a weird time for everything. But it was wild. It was wild shit. And now I'm fighting Perry November 10th in Denver.
Well, what was gonna happen was Jackson and Winklejohn were supposed to be here today.
Right.
Well, you've been with them for how long? Man,
I want to say. Before my WC days. So I went on the...
More than 10 years.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Easily more than 10 years. I don't think there's another athlete there that's been there longer besides Diego Sanchez, who's been there since the beginning. But
Diego left for a little while. Came back.
So me, Holly, but she was with Wink before they merged. So, but like with actually Jackson, I'm like there. I'm like the one. I'm like it.
Yeah.
Everyone else kind of either left the gym or is retired.
So, what the fuck happened? Like, how did they decide that they were going to corner Mike Perry, who, by the way, I like a lot?
And I got nothing, and I have nothing against to say Perry either. I don't. This has nothing to do with Perry.
He's a fun dude. I like that guy a lot. So I have no problem with him.
I took him on the boat, took him shooting with me, and when he was down there, part of the action, Frank Lester, who's helping him with his pads, friend of mine, so he comes out shooting with me. We go out on the boat and have fun, and so this has nothing to do with them. I just asked when I went to go to 55, and then Perry called me out and wants to fight. Sure, no problem. But I went to talk to Greg and Wink and say, hey, this guy's brand new to the gym, right? He's only been here one camp, couple of months. I said, I don't think that it's okay for him to come in and call me out. Like, that's not right. So if he is doing that, I don't think we should allow him to train here for this fight. And fucking Winklejohn tells me, yeah, I thought you called him out, and he's just a shit ass and lies like to your face. So to me, he was like, yeah, sure, no problem. I'll clear it up, and we won't have any issues. And then the next day, he calls me on the phone and says, you know what? I thought about it. If we don't have Perry, then I don't get paid, and I need to get paid for this fight. And because you just pay Greg, I don't make any money through the gym, so we're just gonna go with him. And then basically tells me I'm no longer welcome in the gym, and he is. He said the team had a meeting. Bullshit. The team didn't have a meeting. I talked to everybody. I mean, there was no meeting. There's no. So to me, it's like the loyalty of Wink taking over this gym is just shit, man. Turned into like a puppy mill. It's all about money now, and not the old Jackson. When I used to work out, we're just getting into this, I guess, huh? All right,
Start chugging.
Shit. Back when I first moved down here, and I went to Greg's. When the tap out guys picked me up and introduced me and all that, right?
Back when you were on the Tap Out show. I remember that,
yeah.
That reality show.
Well, Mask called Greg and got me. That's how I got involved with them, right? All right. Motherfucker. I left. Leonard Garcia was fighting Roger Huerta, one of my best friends. Roger
What a fight that was, by the way.
God damn, right?
Woo!
Motherfucking Mexicans
forgot.
throwing down.
People forgot about that fight.
Dude.
Go to Fight Pass. Check that one out.
Yeah, right. Google, bring that up. Leonard's still the wildest dude I've ever met. Right?
I love that guy.
So do I, man. And so he calls me like, Cowboy, I need you to come down for a week. Come for 1 week. Help me get ready for Roger. He took the fight on like 3 weeks' notice. Something outlandish, just like me and Leonard do, right? So I go down there. I literally never left. When I went down, first day I walked into Jackson's, and Rashad, Keith, St. Pierre, Joe Daddy Stevenson, I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And I was like, wow, this is what a real gym is like. This is what, and they all accepted me. It was I was like in the family, right? I owned a house in Denver. I called my grandma and said, I'm never coming home. I'm staying here. Sell the house, right? And I literally never went home. She would just slowly come down to visit me and bring me truckloads of shit. Right? Literally. I lived in a closet, man, a third as big as this room. We had a bunk bed, me and Leonard. And if one person was standing up, the other person had to be in the bed. That's how small this room was.
Wow.
And I lived there for 2 years above Jackson's and would train every day with him. And like I said, I never left. And Greg asked me, he sat me down after about, I don't know, a couple weeks of being there. He said, man, I want you to be my 55er. And at that time, the list of 55ers were nuts that he had. And I was like, wow, fuck, Greg Jackson, who at the time was the man, right? That the gym was like a 90% winning rate. And he's such a knowledgeable, awesome dude, man. And to see where the gym was to where the gym is now it's like heartbreaking to me, to be honest. And you want to talk about loyalty, which is the biggest thing in this conversation that we're having right now, is how they pick someone over me through being loyal. I stuck by Greg even when the gym started going down. When Winklejohn merged over, all the big pros left. It turned into like a puppy mill. You know, it wasn't for back when Greg had it and it was its own school. You couldn't turn up to a pro class. Like some guy couldn't just come here and knock on your door. Like you say, you get weirdos here all the time. Next thing you know, he has shin pads on and he's sparring. There's literally at the new gym, bums come in off the street, I swear to God, and will fight these, and will come in and put stuff on and fight. That's a true story. Random bums off the street. And that would never happen back in the day.
So Greg doesn't run it anymore?
No. He's like so out of the loop. Winklejohn runs the entire thing. And that's
what is Greg doing?
He kind of stepped back for a couple of years, man. Like kind of started doing other things and just kind of got burned out, I guess. Which is why I created the BMF Ranch. I needed somewhere to go and something to do, so I created my place, which is Wink's argument with me right now, saying, you be at your old place, you don't ever come here, blah, blah. I said, well, I don't ever come here because the people you let in here is outlandish. Like anybody, you pay $150, you can get on the mats and spar with Holly Holmes. You know what I mean? That's what it's come to down there. And then back in the day, it was like private and just us and good pros, everyone there for the same mission, trying to get better. You know, but
I've talked to some other people that I don't want to name.
Sure,
but they've said that when they go down there, new guys will come in, and it's literally a fight.
It is a fight. It's there's no A, B, C class anymore. It's like literally these guys come in, they want to make a name of you. But sometimes when you're towards the end of a fight camp, you don't need those new guys. You don't need that crazy sparring.
Right.
You need the guys you trust, and not some random guy I don't know.
Right.
So it's it's asinine to me, man. What they turned that place into.
It's crazy that still happens in MMA because you're never going to find that in boxing. In boxing, all sparring is controlled. You bring in the sparring partners. You know who you're working with.
So, I mean, we talk loyalty again. To me, with Greg, his name is on that building. It's Wink, Jackson Wink, right? Jackson fucking Wink. Your name's first even. When it came time to pick the decision and they said we want to go with Perry, why the fuck didn't you stand? Because Greg's still with me. He's like, yeah, I'll just come to the ranch and we'll sort this out. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
You tell me I can't come into the Jackson Wink gym, but you're going to backdoor and come to my fucking house and we're going to train to fight me while Perry's there at the gym. You see everything he does. And then you're going to come and you're going to train me. Not to mention you're holding classes there and he's watching. I mean, you might not be training him to beat me, but there's a lot of people there that have trained with me for fucking years. So to me, that was the point I was saying, like, man, can we just not have him there for this camp? I mean, there's a lot of secrets that inner secrets that I have, like, you know, I'm fucking scared to death to fight. Like that's the thing that they can tell him, like, or they tell him, you know, go get Cowboy mad. You know, he doesn't fight well when he's pissed off. So fucking piss him off, poke at him, poke the bear, piss him off, get him out of his element, give him, you know, the shit like this.
Yeah.
Right? So,
yeah.
And there's a lot of other things, small, dumb things that I do, and
tendencies that they've seen over
the year,
a decade.
Right?
Yeah.
To me, it's
very intimate. The relationship between a coach and a fighter is very intense. So for someone to violate that in that way, and you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with guys from a camp deciding to fight each other, and you got to work that out. But for them to tell you that you can't,
if it was
train
Carlos
there,
Condit, I agree with you.
Right.
We'll figure it out.
Right.
All right, Carlos, you go that way.
Right.
These are your times, your hours.
Respect each other.
Right.
Friends.
But
training partners.
The new guy who just came in, like I said, I got nothing against Perry. He's looking for he wants a home, right? He felt like Jackson's his
He's
fit.
great. I like that guy a lot.
So,
it's not him. I mean, what is he going to do?
Right. And I just said, hey, Frank was going to go and train with him wherever. I heard stories he was looking to go to Vegas anyway. I don't have any idea, man. I was just like, man, can we just not do it for this fight? And then Winkle John called me on the phone, didn't even have the fucking balls or the backbone to say it to my fucking face, and I was right there with them. Called me on the phone like, yeah, we're actually gonna go with Perry. You know, he pays money. Again, it comes back to the money. I'm like...
So Perry pays him a percentage and you don't?
I only pay Greg. For my entire career I've ever been there because I don't like Winklejohn's style. I don't like his way he holds mitts. I don't like the way he trains people.
What's different about what he does?
It's the same thing for you, for me, for John, Sam. It's a cookie cutter. Everything's exactly the same. And it never changes. I don't understand how you could be a coach of one of the greatest... at one time the greatest gyms on the planet, you know, and then don't ever evolve, don't ever change, and don't run class. And to me, he just drove that place into the ground, man. Literally turned it into a puppy mill. It's only about making money. And for you guys that don't know what I'm talking about, a puppy mill, when someone has a dog and they just fucking breed it and sell puppies and breed it and sell puppies, that's what's happening. That's the infrastructure of this gym. Now, let's talk about training there. Let's talk about coaching, right? Greg's supposed to be the general, right? I'm just a soldier. How come I have to be now a general and a soldier? That's it's fucking up in my career. I need someone to tell me what to do, tell me what not to do. And I had to start my own school at the ranch, bring in my own coaches, but then now I'm making all the executive decisions. When we're training, what we're doing. And I'm no longer just a soldier. I'm having to fucking run this whole thing.
That's a problem for fighters.
It's a problem for me too. I'm a fucking super alpha male, and I like to communicate with my coaches and get everything done. And the guys I have are fucking standing by me, and I love them to death. But I need someone to be like, you know what, you crazy fucking bastard.
You're going too hard.
You're going too hard.
Taper off.
Let's taper off. Let's pump the brake, or let's pick it up.
Right.
The fucking fun, fuck off part of your life is taking over into your training. Can we step it up a little bit?
Right.
I need that. I need fucking direction. I need today we're working on this, not just me going in there saying, let's fucking wrestle today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So,
you know what to do, but it's also nice for someone else who knows what to do, who's completely objective, who's standing on the outside.
Because I'm in this so long. Like I could literally, Joe, never spar from now till the Perry fight, and probably not even do one jiu-jitsu roll, and I would be okay to fight, like mentally.
Right.
But that's probably not a very smart idea, right?
Right.
Like,
it's not you at your optimum.
Exactly. So it's fucking asinine to me. And the coaches down there. So not only can somebody just ring the doorbell and show up and train, pay the money. You can pay the $25 to drop in, or you pay the $150 a month, come to any class you want. But if you're a coach, you can just coach the class. It's that asinine to you. I see a new striking coach, a new wrestling coach, or a new jiu-jitsu guy in there twice a week probably.
And they're coaching the class.
Our main wrestling coach of Jackson Wink, the greatest school in the fucking world, is a reception to a chiropractic upstairs. His greatest credentials was he was a junior assistant coach at a college, don't know the college name, who got fired for selling the kids steroids. That's our wrestling coach at one of the greatest schools in the world.
Is he a good coach?
No, he's terrible. He's fucking god-awful terrible. He watches videos on YouTube and tries to teach people things that don't even fucking work. It's asinine, which is another reason why I had to hire my own coach and bring him in. You know, it's like whoa, wait, what? And now they don't even drill. They just go live, and they want to know why people get hurt every day. It's like you can't just go in and say, okay, and we're wrestling, go.
So do you think that people just get burnt out on doing things the right way, and they just figure, look, I'm just going to do this the way that makes the most money?
Well, I think, man, I wish I had the answer for that. I do, because I'm not in that position I'm not running a gym, and I've never done that because I don't want me showing up to class every single day would wear me the fuck out.
Yeah, it wears everybody out.
It's got to.
Yeah.
But you should have an infrastructure set in place that takes, especially if you're the greatest at one time, right? If your winning percentages are in the 80s and 90s, and now they're in the 20s, like I have no clue what our winning record of the gym is, but it's nothing like it used to be, right?
Yeah.
And it's asinine to me, man.
So the way you were doing is that you have the BMF ranch.
Correct.
You have everything set up. You bring in all your sparring partners, and you would be doing all your training out there. And how would Greg interact with that?
We'd either show up down at Jackson's and spar, because there's still bodies down there, right? There's still guys. We'd show up down and spar. We'd bring all the guys down, or Greg would come up, 3 or 4 times a week to the ranch, and
how far is your ranch from?
50 miles, about.
Okay.
A good solid hour drive into the vast Nolans of New Mexico.
New Mexico, yeah. Do you like living out there?
I do. I love it. I fucking love it. So I sold my house. I moved here. I fucking planted roots. Now I could never, ever sell my place. I'm stuck in New Mexico. I'm moving back to Colorado.
Why could you never sell it?
Because I'd have to sell it to like a crazy cult leader. So if anybody out there listening wants to operate a cult,
are you talking to one right now?
I have the perfect house.
Talk to me about what kind of acreage you talking.
Yeah, I got 40 acres. 40 acres, plenty of rooms, buildings.
What kind of animals are in your vicinity?
Oh well, yeah.
This might be where we start.
There's about an hour drive. You can run into some elk. We have we got antelope. Everywhere, which is the crazy thing about antelope. They don't jump fences.
Yeah, they won't jump fences.
It's crazy, right? You could just literally corner them into a.
They occasionally jump a fence. They've been known to jump a fence occasionally. It was very, very rare. They evolved before the Ice Age. They evolved to get away from cheetahs.
How are you so smart? That's what I want to know.
I'm not smart. I just remember things.
Dude, it's fucking insane.
There was a mass extinction of giant land mammals. It's somewhere around 12,000 years ago in North America. And before then, there was cheetahs. There was actual North American cheetahs.
Right.
There was a North American lion that's bigger than the African lion. How about that shit? Giant-ass fucking lion. And that's where these fucking things
Did
evolved.
you want another chew?
Yeah, I'm going to try that shit. I swallowed it last time.
That's mainly whenever I meet people for autographs, they're like, dude, I can't believe you got Rogan to fucking take a chew.
Not just take it, I swallowed it. I didn't know what I was doing.
Like a man.
Yeah.
All right, round 2. Here we go.
Round 2. What kind is this?
So good. It's wintergreen Copenhagen.
Stick it under your chin, right?
Under your lip.
It's under your chin.
You can put it under your chin if you want. Here, take just a little one.
Too late.
Too late.
Take a giant one.
Take a big old upper lipper. So there's that. There's turkeys out there.
Turkey's
Duck.
Great.
I love turkey. I'm a bird hunting fanatic, man.
Yeah?
I love birds.
How many acres you got out there?
40 acres.
Oh, wow. That's nice. You
40
got a mule,
acres.
too? 40 acres and a mule, remember?
But birds, I'm like a bird junkie.
How'd you find that spot?
So when I moved out there, and after I was in the gym for like a year and a half with Leonard, I was like, bro, you're like winning a bunch of UFC fights now. I'm in the WC. We're starting to get a little bit of money. Let's get a house together, right? Let's find a house. So I started looking kind of in the remote areas around where I knew I could commute in, but I wanted somewhere I could ride my dirt bike, shoot guns, just be Cowboy. And we found that place. And I called my grandpa, and I said, hey, I think I found a house. And he said, I'll be right there. And him and my grandma drove, and he walked up to the lady, and he handed her an envelope full of cash and said, we'll take it. And just like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was probably 60 or 70,000 less than they were asking, but he had real cash. I said, we'll take it. Wow. My grandson wants it, and we'll take it.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, I was just showing, like, okay, thanks, Grandpa, right? Like, you just bought me a house, and he, like, believed in me no matter what I did. I used to be a magician. I used to, like, love magic, right? So he'd always buy me magic shit and sit there and watch me do it, and he was such a fucking cool dude, man.
You used to do magic?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever do shows?
No. I mean, I was like 12, 13. I would do shows to my grandma and grandpa and my friends, and I still have like a toolbox full of magic stuff. I should bust it out and bring it out here one time. There's some cool little things.
Are you good at it?
Not like good. Like you wouldn't be like, whoa, but there's some of the sleight of hand stuff is pretty fun, and like the coin magic is good. And
how do you keep this shit from going in your mouth?
You just
because it doesn't for me. It doesn't seem to want to stay put.
Well, you keep drinking on top of it. You got to like bury it with your tongue and then drink over it.
Trying.
I fucking love it. So yeah, greatest dude, man. Taught me a lot. Taught me a lot about loyalty and respect, man. And I called my grandma on my way here today, and I said I'm gonna fucking set fire to this bridge to Jackson's. And she wrote me back and said, well, you need to, like, are you attacking them logically or are you out of anger? Which direction are we going here?
Powerful grandma.
Right?
On the ball.
Which direction are we going? And she said...
Probably start spitting soon, huh?
Yeah, you definitely got to spit. She said, make sure, always in life, don't ever paint yourself into a corner. Like, these are major lessons you always teach me. Don't burn bridges you can't cross. Mm-hmm. But she told me today, fucking let it go. Let them have it. They want to step across the line. They drew the line in the sand. Let them want to burn their own. Make them feel so bad they want to burn their own fucking gym to the ground, It's like, to me, having the moment for Greg to say, you know what, Wink? My name's on this fucking gym. Cowboy's been with me from the start. There's been times 2 or 3 camps ago where I've trained with Greg maybe 1 or 2 times, and I still write him a check. And I pay him because he got me into this motherfucker, and loyalty to me is the top of the line thing, right?
It's top of the line to me too. That's why you're here,
right?
And that's why they're not. And and it's unfortunate because I like Greg a lot, and I respect.
I love Greg.
I don't know much about Winklejohn other than his work,
right?
What he's done with Holly and a lot of other people. And I was real torn up about this. That's why I contacted you.
Sure.
When you told me that
this
they
is
were
like a crazy scenario all around for everybody across the board. Like, wait, what? What the fuck you mean? What's happening here?
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's wild. I appreciate you sticking by my side.
Well, it was a situation where I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't just ignore it. Mm-hmm. I would have to bring it up when they were here, and then I wouldn't get a full representation of it.
Sure. I mean, do you feel like you're getting a full representation? There you go. I love it.
I got to figure out how to do this right. It's a skill you learn how to tuck it in your... Yeah, it's all over the place. It's in my mouth.
Mine's just in a little ball right here. I don't know.
Mine is not. Mine is not controlled. I'm going to wind up swallowing this again.
So if your name's on the thing, like... Right? There you go. Spit it out.
I just don't have any control.
Now you got to open another beer and wrench it. You got to give it a wrench.
A wrench?
Yeah.
Oh, rinse. I thought you said wrench.
Yeah, open the beer, rinse it out, spit it out. That way you don't get it any more swallowed. That way you're not sick again.
I wasn't sick last time.
Oh,
I was
okay,
fine.
Good.
It was weird. I swallowed the whole thing.
Fuck yeah. I missed you, man. I missed you. It's been a while. So much has happened. I'm glad we got that kind of out of the way. I'm sure I'll circle back when I drink a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm sure too. It's unfortunate, and I know what it must be like to try to keep the lights on in a big gym. And now they have dorms. It's huge, giant ass place, huge overhead. I'm sure all these people coming in, coming out. And then you know how fighters are, not you, but some fighters, they don't give a fuck about loyalty. They just care about themselves. They're on their path. It's a very solitary, singular sport.
And selfish. It's a very selfish sport.
You kind of have to be, right?
Yeah. And I think that's kind of where the team got. Cowboy's really selfish. He has his own gym now. Well, I had to. I fucking had to, man, for the better of my family and me. I had to keep evolving. I couldn't spiral down this drain with you guys. Right. You know, now Michelle Watterson just built a new gym. She's doing the same thing in her backyard. Love her to death. She's
doing that too?
Doing it too. Her and her husband built a badass little gym. All sponsored by On It. Fucking
really?
Yeah, it's bitching, man. Powerful, it's cool. Yeah, good for her. Good. Yeah, Michelle. Whoop whoop. You know, but if you look at the track record since Wink has taken over, the gym, everyone's left. I mean, it's like you don't see a pattern here, Wink. Like maybe you should change something up or just not allow.
Well, he's been fighting for a long time.
Sure.
And then training for a long time. I mean, he was a badass kickboxer before he ever got into training. Right. And, you know, I think one of the things that happens with people, they just get this whole selfishness of the sport. It wears people down to a certain extent. There's camaraderie, but there's also selfishness, and they're all constantly going against each other.
Sure.
And, you know, having a gym like that, the expenses, the overhead, and then, you know, dealing with people that are just grab and it's got to get overwhelming. And you see a guy like Mike Perry, who, you know, is a potential big star. He's a colorful kid. He's a knockout artist. He fucking loves to fight. If I was a coach, I'd be like, this is the kind of guy I want in my gym. He's a fucking animal. You know, it's a great asset.
I'm super excited to fight him because this is one of those fights where we're gonna go in the middle of the ring and we're gonna fucking fight. Yeah. The old school fucking let's fight.
Yeah.
So I'm pumped on it. I love the kid. You know, he's cool. He's crazy. Him and I would get along just great. Yeah. We do. So I got nothing, like I said, nothing about him or Frank. Frank is coach that's Perry's working with Frank, another striking coach,
Frank Lester.
Lester, who is holding the infrastructure of the gym together. Almost single-handedly, you know. There's a couple wrestling guys, and
is Brandon Gibson still there?
Yeah, Brandon's still there. Brandon has a full-time job. Just got promoted again in his government job. He has like a real government job.
A job? On top of being a big-time trainer?
Yeah.
How the fuck does he do that?
Man, I have no idea. He has like a 9 to 6 job, maybe 7 to 6 job.
Really?
Yeah, he's every morning up early. Take care of his family. He's a great dude. I got nothing but love for Brandon Gibson, man. Nothing. Him and I just separated only because I just want a different angle of striking. It had nothing to do with he's a bad coach. I lost my fight. I'm firing you. It's just trying something new. Just trying something new. That's all. But yes, Gibson's the other. But Gibson kind of just works, you know, with John Dotson, with Condit. He doesn't have the time to go in there and just hold that gym together.
Right.
So he, like I said, he has a real job, and he just got another promotion. So he's like the top of the. He started off as a lifeguard, worked his way all the way up to the city. Now he's damn near governor. I think that's next. Governor is next for Gibson.
It's not hard. I had Gary Johnson in here. I think I could be governor of New Mexico. No offense, Gary.
Well, let's legalize pot and mushrooms.
Is it not legal there?
It's recreational. I mean, it's medical.
You gotta have AIDS.
Yeah. Yes.
Is it one of those places?
It's one of those places.
You have to have AIDS. This is a lot of places where you gotta have AIDS. Like that's how it used to be. A lot of places, but like Vegas used to be like that. Now Vegas is loosey goose, open wide. Vegas got full on dispensaries.
Man, fucking Vegas, man. Vegas is definitely a 2-night town, man.
It's rough on the liver.
It's rough on everything. It just takes
soul.
It takes you the fuck in, man.
Yeah.
I was just there last night. I was out there for a big monster conference, and it's just like you sit in your room. You're like, well, I could just go down and gamble, I guess, and then you start gambling. Have you ever played baccarat?
I don't play shit.
I have never either, and I decided we tried baccarat. like 007. I was like, we'll be like 007. We'll go in there. I played with one of the higher ups in Monster, and he took us down there. We played this game, and we won a shitload of money. A shitload of money. There was like
That's
5
the
of
trick.
us. Yeah.
Some of this?
Yeah, I'll take some of that. I don't really smoke much pot, but I'll do it just
Be
because I'm with
careful
you.
with that. That
Yeah.
stuff was, they grew that on the moon.
I saw a video of him breakdancing the other night.
You breakdance?
I do. I used to really break dance. So I'm at the Monster Conference.
Did we lose the glass tip?
I'm at the Monster Conference, and Monster now has a breakdancing team.
What?
Yes.
Monster got me some badass bags, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to Hans.
Yeah, Hans is a good dude, man.
He's a great dude.
Yeah, he takes care of a lot of people. Again, the infrastructure of Monster, great, right?
Yeah.
Great infrastructure of Monster.
Yeah. Oh,
So the ambassador Hans takes care of it, takes care of his people.
Family, super
exactly,
friendly, great
right?
guy.
So I seen the Monster. I was gonna tell you, I seen the Monster bags laying back there. Fucking.
I just got him. Gaston Bolanos. It was his idea.
So
Have a little bit more of that. You're gonna get crazy.
Okay.
We'll start talking about space soon.
Doing drugs with Joe.
It's not drugs. It's nature. We're
You're
doing
right.
nature, bro.
All right, I'm with you. So the break dancers, they start break dancing, and then halfway through their show, they stop it.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah. So they set up a battle between me and this other guy, right? We just have to go out here and we have to break dance. I used to break dance back years ago, but on a slippery floor with cowboy boots, and I didn't properly stretch.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, it was so fun, man.
Look at you. Cowboy boots.
Yeah, cowboy boots, monster shirt, getting down, doing a little break dancing. It was so fun, man.
Look at you. Dude, we have a bunch of guys from 10th Planet that started out as breakdancing. Gio Martinez,
Dude,
Richie
your
Martinez.
core strength, everything about it.
Oh, yeah, man, you can do a
insane.
one-handed push-up with your foot, a one-handed handstand with your feet up in the air and you twist them around.
Dude.
That's some crazy control of your body.
It was.
It's like yoga on steroids.
It's so hard. It's so hard. It's even harder to do after 12 years of never even doing it again. And
I'm
then,
sure.
And go. Like, oh,
With cowboy boots on.
Here we go.
Yeah. We had a bunch of these guys come in, and Eddie called me up. He goes, do. You know, Eddie gets crazy. He goes, listen, man, breakdancing. Breakdancing is the thing. It's the thing. These guys are so fucking strong, I can't even control them. Breakdancers, man. These guys are like 140 pounds, and they're like, it's like holding on to a live wire.
Yeah, they're so strong.
Yeah. What is that guy's name? B-Boy Pocket Kim? Is that what his name is? What is his name? I put him on my Instagram way back in the day. This is Korean kid that is, it doesn't even seem like a human can do what he does.
That's how I felt yesterday when those guys were dancing. I was like,
He spins all on one hand. He's on one hand, hopping up and down in the air and spinning around. And you're like,
find it?
Pocket Kim. Yeah, watch this motherfucker. This guy is such a beast. It's crazy to watch. There's a bunch of these guys now. There's this Stance Elements. There's
with
this
the red
one guy.
shoes?
Yeah, look at this motherfucker. Look at this motherfucker. I mean, what the fuck is he doing?
It's called air tracks.
That is crazy.
It's called air tracks. What he's laying right there.
But that is crazy.
Yeah, it's like flaring in the air. That is damn near impossible to do.
That guy is a freak.
they're called
He's the
air
freak
tracks.
of all freaks. It's crazy what he can do. And there's a few of those guys. If you go to that Stance Elements, click on that Stance Elements, Jamie. These guys are, I didn't know about this until Tim Ferriss put it on his Instagram. He put Pocket Kim on, and then I went and watched these guys. These guys are doing just insane physical acrobatics along with music.
But I feel like the kids now are doing insane everything.
Yeah.
Snowboarding, dirt biking.
Jiu-jitsu, everything.
Everything is on a whole nother playing field, right? Yeah. They're
And MMA fighters, these young guys that are coming in.
are not just solely one discipline, right? They have everything. They're MMA fighters.
You're seeing these new guys, like Zabit is one of my favorite guys to watch. Zabit Magomed Sharapov. Say that 5 times fast. It's like these new high-level guys are coming in, and you're looking at them like, oh, okay, we just hit the new evolution. There's a new evolution going on with these young guys coming up. It's fascinating. I mean, but that's to be expected, right? With everything, I guess. Especially with social media, you get to see these guys, like on Instagram, you get to see the moves that guy's doing, and all these other break dancers get to see it. They would have to see it live.
Right.
Now they're seeing it in Korea, they're seeing it in Japan. They don't even have to travel, and they're seeing these moves. And
you can slow down, rewatch it, and learn and learn and learn, right?
It's crazy time.
Crazy. And not only do we get to watch, but we also get the shit-ass guy in his basement that gets to talk shit about that.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that.
There's a lot of it of that.
You can't pay attention to that, Cowboy.
It burns my soul.
Yeah, but you're too good to pay attention to that.
I wish I was too good to say that, but I get. It's just like if I was coming here and someone out in the parking lot said something to me, I'd say, "What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking to like that?" You know, like we'd have.
Right.
It'd be a moment there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
sure.
That's how I still feel today. But
well, that's why you're Cowboy.
Yeah.
That's why you're who you are.
True.
You know what'll help you? A little bit of this.
Yes.
A little bit of new mood.
New mood. The super new mood.
Super new mood.
The super new mood.
Get yourself in a real new mood.
That's it. That's a gift from me to you. I'm glad you enjoyed
Appreciate
that.
It, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Your buddy Paul
Stamets.
Paul Stamets in light. Fuck. Okay, let's back this up. Let's
back it all up.
Let's take this train back just a little bit. Okay.
Beep.
So, you speaking about DMT. Let's back it up one more.
One more. Beep.
I've never done any drugs in my entire life ever.
You did a lot of drugs here already.
We're backed up. Remember, we're backed up. I've never done any drug ever. Never ever.
What year was this?
2 years ago.
Oh, you did booze.
Well, that's legal.
Oh, legal.
Legal drugs.
Oh, it's all about the law. You're a product of drugs.
I am a product of drugs.
This is not a bad drug. Budweiser's
right?
a fantastic drug. It's made for great jokes, fun times, right? How many fucking good times have people had because of Budweiser?
God bless you, Budweiser.
Salute.
So
it's a good drug. It's well regulated. You know what one bottle does? That's what I like.
Makes you want surprises. Two. You know what one bottle does? Makes you want two.
Right, but that's on you, man. One bottle. I mean, you gotta have some goddamn self-control. One bottle, you know what a bottle of Budweiser does. It's really clear.
True.
It's like you eat a fucking pot brownie. It could be anything. You know, you could be. Who knows the fuck you're getting?
They got that limit in Utah. Everything is 3.2%.
Poor people in Utah. You know they're rebranding. Did you know the Mormons are rebranding? I found out this last night. They don't call Mormons anymore. Eric Griffin was telling me calling a Mormon is like calling a small person a midget. Yep.
What do you call them?
Latter-day Saints.
Oh, wow. Shout
out to the Latter-day Saints. Your magic underwear.
Magic underwear. God damn it. So, no drugs, okay?
No drugs.
You talking about DMT. Everyone's on this DMT ride. Just sponsored by this little company called On It, which is now fucking huge company, which I love. By the way, the gut health.
Probiotics, man.
That's my favorite. Yeah.
Do you eat kimchi or anything like that? You ever eat?
No.
You should. Get involved. Get involved with some probiotics. You know, kefir's really good. Kimchi's really good.
Now your people are like, "Oh, you're talking about your diet again."
Oh man, it's good, dude. It's good. People need to know. Like, you got to take care of your internal. You know, you don't see that gut health, man, but it affects your depression, your mood, the way your brain works, where your immune system functions. Gut health's everything. Those little On It packets are key, man. I don't travel without those bitches.
I don't go a day without them.
I ate all my.
They're new pack. They got new packets for them now. They're not in the same old box, more high tech, cool, sleek looking box now.
Well, they exist on the substrate that's in those capsules. That's one of the ways you don't have to refrigerate it. It's so good for travel,
right?
Because it's just. I think you should have a variety of probiotics, but I think it's one of the most critical things that people don't think about. Anyway, so
drugs. Aubrey said, "Hey, why don't you come out? We got a little group of people doing some DMT."
Did he do the whole ceremony?
Music, chants, everything.
The Icaros?
Everything. The whole thing. We smoked tobacco out by the fire, talked about what we were going to...
I'm going to play some of that Icaros.
Talk about what direction we wanted this to go, you know, what we wanted the journey to consist of. I call my best friends up, take them with me, and we go out there and we do this. We sit in this room and we go through the chants and the ceremony. And I'm scared to death because I've never done anything.
You should be scared.
Scared. Never done anything. I wish. That's it. Waking up the spirits. You just have that. That's on the.
Oh, dude, this can make me trip. If I listen to this, if I eat a pot brownie, listen to this, and get in the tank, I'll start tripping.
All right.
Because when you do DMT and you hear this, they dance for you.
Right.
The experience. You realize what this is. This is like a technology to maximize DMT.
And while you're on this DMT, this is playing in the background.
Yeah.
On a drum and chants, and yeah, that's what's going on. I wasn't in a super spooky night camera room like this, but it was, Aubrey has a nice.
He knows what the fuck he's doing.
He knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, he's doing it the real way. Like he might be a beautiful man,
really spiritual in the room.
He might be a beautiful man with a beautiful body and looks like he's running a sex cult, but what he really is doing it the right way.
You say it looks like,
like
no,
legitimately doing it the right way.
I could maybe sell the ranch to Aubrey and the sex cult.
Well, listen, Aubrey and I are partners. We'll talk after this podcast is over. I just need to know what kind of zoning you have and whether or not you have water on the property.
There we go. I do have water.
You got a well?
I have a well. 2 wells, actually.
So what happened?
All right. So this music's playing. They load the pipe, which to me looked like pink cocaine, right? Like dust, pink dust. And they load it in this pipe, and he says just light it, and you want to breathe fresh air out of the corner of your mouth, like as you're taking this harsh smoke in.
Smells like burning plastic.
Fuck, it's harsh. And he says just hit it until you can't anymore. I'm like, well, what the fuck does that mean? I feel like I can hit this forever. So I hit it, and I hit it, and then all of a sudden I say, oh, you hit it until you can't anymore. And he starts getting wavy, and then the pipe falls out of my mouth, and I fall back. The entire world comes like zooming into me like pitch black, and I shoot through this fucking kaleidoscope of colors, maybe 10 seconds, and blow out the top like Superman out of the top of this tube of colors into pitch total black darkness. And I'm looking at myself from like the third person. And I'm just hovering in midair. And everywhere that I've ever been injured or hurt is glowing bright, like super white, like the whitest white fire I've ever seen. Like my head's on fire, my arms and fists are. I feel like something out of a fucking movie. I'm just suspended in air, burning. And I keep like asking myself questions. And then I don't know if it's me, but I answer back to myself, right? And I'm bugging the fuck out because you can still hear this music going. I can hear the people giggling next to me. I can hear the next guy lighting the lighter, and he's now going. And meanwhile, I'm just burning, and I'm talking to myself about whatever question I answered, right? And then all of a sudden, just as fast as I came in, I kind of eyes woke and I woke up. And I still see the rest of the guys in the room because they like systematically go around the room in an order. They're in, she hits. Now the pipe comes around again, and now it's my turn again. Now I'm really excited. I almost wish halfway through the trip you could fucking hit it again and go back in. So I hit it, and this time I'm thinking, yeah, I want to go back to that again. I want to go back to where I just was. So I fucking hit the pipe. Now I hit the pipe so goddamn hard, and I hold my breath. I fall over to the side. I fall to my left side, and I'm tipped over. Well, I sit back up because you're still there, right? You're not like in another dimension. You're not out of your body experience. So I sit back up, but the entire trip now is sideways. And I'm looking at this trip. I'm looking at crazy black rainbows. And I can't explain what a fucking black rainbow looks like, but they're waving with sparkles and black into a keyhole that's turned sideways. And through the keyhole are crazy light shapes and darts, and every time I almost get to this keyhole, it just sucks back more. Something like I gotta move like, and then I crawl to it again. I try to get to the keyhole, and it sucks back again. And there was no words spoken this one. It was me just trying to get to this sideways keyhole, and I'd just get my hand to crawl through it, and it would fucking take off again. And I woke up, and that was my DMT experience.
You've only done it once?
I've only done it one time. I want to do it again.
Yeah, you need to do it again.
So they talk about marijuana. Okay, done. They talk about marijuana being a gateway drug. No, DMT is a gateway drug for me.
What's a gateway drug too?
It allows you to do other drugs, and now I do a lot of mushrooms.
Well, it's one of those things where it lets you know that all your ideas about what drugs are out the window.
Right.
All your ideas about what reality is are out the window, because you didn't think that this was a part of reality. How could anybody ever think it before you experience it?
But what I don't get is things that shapes and colors that I couldn't, almost like you don't see today, where I could see them there, and I could have like the shapes and the movements. It was just so weird. Like, you're right. Like, reality is like, what the fuck?
How is that reality? And it seems more vivid than reality.
More vivid. But the cool thing I want to tell people listening, like, you can just open your eyes, right? I mean, you would be real hazy and kind of gone, but I could open my eyes. I could see the candles burning over there. I could hear the lighters going, and then you're like, "Oh, I'm okay. I'm not in another dimension. I'm not gonna get stuck in this crazy other world." And then I'd close my eyes and then I'd go back into it. And yeah, I mean, it's like the realest dream you've ever seen, right?
Yeah. There's another one called 5-MeO DMT, 5-methoxy DMT, and it's
is that the one we're doing tonight?
There's a different one. That one makes people really scared. That's a different one, because you cease to exist on that one.
Right.
It's more powerful, actually. More potent. Yeah, which is crazy to think. There's something more potent than DMT, but it's more psychoactive in some ways, and it's one of those weird ones that doesn't have visuals either. But you just go to everything. You go to heaven. You become a part of it all.
It was just crazy how clear and sense you could make of the unsensed, right? Like, I try to explain now, and it sounds weird, but when I was in it, it's like everything's so clear.
Yeah. But you realize how much of what's holding you back in this life is like insecurity and fear and just not knowing, and confusion and all this, and then it just sort of like pours water on the stuff that's dirty and cleans all the bullshit out and goes, no, it's all love. It's all happiness, friends, experiences, life, camaraderie. Those are the important things. That's that you have a chance in this life to spread more of that and help other people spread more of that and keep this ball rolling, and that could really change the world. It changes the world because the people that you impact ripple out, and they impact other people. Or you could just get caught up in arguing with people online. You can get caught up in the water over the dirt and just the chaos of it all.
It doesn't take much to get me caught up.
But that's also why you're a great fighter. Those things go hand in hand. If you were a person who just accepted bullshit, maybe you wouldn't be the guy that gets up in the morning when you don't want to.
True.
Maybe you wouldn't be the guy that takes those fights on short notice and goes, fuck it. Maybe you'd be the guy that would be like, you know what? This is not the right move for my career. I have to sit back. You're a wild man, and that's why people love you. But that needs to be appreciated, but also managed.
Right.
Like the chaos of your personality and how you approach things. I mean, you almost fucking died in a cave recently, bro. I mean, this is what you do. Right?
That's my other drug, adrenaline.
Yeah, you got
adrenaline, man.
Yeah. The things that people are scared of, you flock to. It's like you want to prove that you're not scared of them.
And I am. I'm just as scared as you are.
Sure.
Like skydiving. I love it because it's like, whoo.
Yeah.
And we go.
Yeah. There's no ifs, ands, or buts when you jump out of a fucking plane.
I'm flying planes now. I'm getting my pilot's license.
Really?
Yeah. I started a little while back. I quit for a while, but now I'm back. I'm all in. I'm flying, and I'm loving it, man.
I was just telling you, I watched that Leonard Skinner documentary last night. Don't fly a shitty plane. That's how we lost Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
They needed to get their fucking plane fixed. Drugs.
I mean, drugs. Fucking drugs.
Fucking pillheads, man.
The next time I'm on in 2 years, when I come back, I'll fly out here.
Yes.
I'll fly out here.
Yeah, man.
So wild, man.
That's a bold move, man. Learn how to fly. I mean, that's the ultimate, right?
So these earth drugs, you learn about yourself, right? Like when you're in that state, it's so crazy how you talk about ego and fear and all these things that we deal with every day, and Instagram, which is one, because why Instagram? Because we can pretend that we're almost somebody we're not. Like a lot of these, right?
Sure. Yeah.
People posting these pictures of them doing great, awesome things, and you're like, man, is that really you day to day? Is that
right.
Is that you? I mean, so attacking your ego, and ego's fucking one of probably the biggest soul destruction thing I think around, because that's what I'm the big macho guy, right?
Yeah. It's like gasoline. It can be fuel. You can use it, but you got to figure out how to contain it inside a combustion engine.
And these earth drugs make you face those, right? Like so I started listening to your buddy Paul and mushrooms, and I talked to my good friend Joe Schilling, who spoke to me about mushrooms. And you learn a lot about yourself when you're in these crazy heroic trips, right? And not only is it just learning about you, because you see the shit that you don't want to see, like the weaker you, the smaller, little, pathetic you.
Petty
you.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm to the point now, like I just did a super heroic dose of mushrooms. I'm at the point where I knew the bad trip was coming. And I look at all my buddies that were sitting around the campfire, and fucking faces are all red, and everyone's glowing red, and they're starting to like turn demon face to me. And I said, fuck yes, let's go. Let's go. Because why, Joe? Because the craziest thing about tripping hard like that is you fight it, and it just fights. It's so much bigger and more powerful than you are.
Yeah, it gets bigger.
It's the real you. Yeah. So the harder you push, if you learn to give in, right? Give in and let go of your ego.
Yeah.
Because you're no longer fighting this, I'm fucking cowboy, fuck you, my mind's stronger than you. No, motherfucker, it's not. Right? It's not. So
that's the origin of all bad trips, trying to control the trips, and then demons that you had in the closet that
I love it. Now I face them. It's fucking so cool. So they say you learn a lot, right? So I'm getting you learn from these things. So I drug trafficked a bunch of drugs to Singapore.
Did you really?
Yeah, a bunch of mushrooms. Shoo.
I don't think you should have said that.
That's all right. I got them in Singapore.
Some of this is fiction.
Fiction. And I said, if I'm learning about me, for me, before a fight is the hardest thing I can deal with mentally. Letting go of my ego and letting go of everything that I need to do. Why does that attack me so hard? So I remember laying in bed.
What is the worst that attacks you? Like give me like the darkest moments.
You're just laying there like the nights before the fight, and you're sitting there and you're just losing it. Rogan's announcing me. Butler's doing this. I'm
Buffer.
Right? Buffer.
Butler. That's his cousin.
His cousin. Butler. And you're just losing, man. Losing sucks, right? Like we're not losers. You're not. That's me as an alpha male standing here like, oh, I'm fucking cowboy, going out there and losing in front of millions of people. And like when your mind's working, it's always in the worst ways and the most terrifying moments, right? Of the fight. And so I'm laying there by myself, and I can't sleep. My mind's going crazy. So I wake up and I fucking eat these mushrooms. Tons. And when I think I ate enough, I ate more. And they have like these crazy garden lights out there. So I said, I'm going to walk out to these lights. About 45 minutes, these motherfuckers are going to hit. And somehow on my walk there, I end up in a barber shop. Okay? I end up in a fucking barber shop. These mushrooms are starting to kick in really hard. So my barber sits me down, and he just starts cutting. I don't even remember the dialogue we had in between. He just starts cutting my hair. And he's humming as he's cutting. And he's cutting stuff, right? And I hear the clipping of the scissors. And I open my eyes, and these big white hand with paper mache blue scissors are cutting my beard. And he's humming. And for all you who have ever seen the Kanye West movie or music video, This Is the Good Life, where the words come up in big bubbles. Poof, poof, poof. Losing sucks. You were born to win. Keep coming up. Graffiti on the wall. 1 word, 2 word, 2 word. Losing sucks. You were born to win. Clip, clip, boom. Right? He's humming, the scissors cutting, making a music video in my mind, me watching Losing Sucks, You Were Born to Win. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Haircut's done. I walked to those gardens somehow through crazy Singapore. And I just start asking myself in this like crazy journey, I'm like, what are you afraid of? What is it? Why would you be scared to fight something that you love to do more than anything in the world? Like what is it? What the fuck's going on? You know, and you have to, like you said, you got to just release your ego, and you got to look deep into your soul and ask, like, what is the purpose? Like, why are you scared? Why do you act this way? And it's crazy the answers you get back from yourself, man. And I think maybe some people can just do it. Maybe people can just go into meditation and they can reach this place of their brain. I can't. I have too much of an ego and a shell built around my inner me that I can't get into it. So maybe being on these earth drugs allowed that to happen, right? And I just remember sitting down, and it's crazy because your mind gives you somebody to talk to, but really you're just talking to yourself, right? You know what I mean? There's something shows up, like the rock sucks talking to you. Or to me, I just sat down and closed my eyes, and that losing sucks, you were born to win kept fucking just coming in like a crazy movie. I'm sitting down, I'm in a red convertible, windows down, driving down a highway, and that's what's coming up over the nonstop. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, man? And that's when like an outer voice would just come and talk to me over top of everything, like a narrating of a movie. And I would be like, why am I here? And it would answer, you know, because Cowboy, you're trying to find what's wrong. You're trying to answer your questions. And I'd be like, what questions? And it would tell me the questions that I was there to answer, man. It was fucking the most bizarre trip I've ever had. Why do you get so afraid? What are you scared of? What are you scared of, Cowboy? Like, what? You did all the training, you did all the hard work. Why someone who fights for a living is so scared to go out there and fight? And it's the scared of losing, right? Scared of thinking that Joe Rogan and my grandma and my mom, they already expect so much of me, but you don't. You're still my friend. That's what I've come to realize. My grandma's still, the sun still sets in the morning.
Yeah.
Right? Rises, excuse me.
Yeah. Set somewhere.
Set somewhere. You know, every day the grass is still growing. My parents still love me. Nothing happened. You just lost a stupid combat sport. Right. You lost a sport. Your life isn't over. You know, and I think they've been using mushrooms to help with depression because it helps lift you and put you in a better mood, right? And I think it's awesome for all these people that think about maybe suicide and think about my life's over. This is it. This girl dumped me. No, it's not. It's not even near over. There's so much fucking life out there to live, and you can't allow these small petty fucking things to take over your life, man.
Yeah.
And to me, that's what the medicine has taught me to do. So I haven't had another fight since. So I don't know if that fixed, but your buddy Paul talked about he lost his stutter because of these, right? So I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it. And I try it. And I did it. So don't go out there and fucking do a bunch of mushrooms, guys. I'm just trying to, I'm not promoting that.
Unless you need to.
Unless you need to. I'm just saying that's what it took me to do to realize what the fuck I need to do, man. And yeah, it's wild and crazy. It's fucking crazy.
It's crazy that it's illegal.
Right.
It's like, why? What are you protecting people from? Like, how is that a law?
They're protecting them from themselves because some people don't want to see what they really are.
They don't know what it is. I don't think there's a grand conspiracy in that way. Like, a lot of people think they're trying to protect us from enlightenment. I don't think that's true because I don't think they know what it is. I don't think they know that it gives you enlightenment. I think they think somehow or another it's bad for you.
So I'm sure during some of your trips, do you end up talking to somebody also?
Yeah, I've had people talk to me or things talk to me, but you don't hear the words. Like, you know what they're saying and you hear it without actual, like,
correct.
You know,
fair enough. That would make, yeah.
It's like telepathic.
Yeah.
But it's very clear. There's a progression of words.
Because you're talking to yourself.
Yeah.
At the end of the
narrative. Yeah. Well, I think you are. You know, I don't know what. I've tried to like put a handle on it, and I don't think I really have the tools to. I don't think I know what's happening.
Right.
I think I could try to like. Well, this is what's happening. It's all in the back of your brain. Your visual cortex is enacting. I don't know if that's true. It's so mind blowing. I feel like I'd be an asshole to say that I know what it is. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. But it's definitely beneficial, and it makes people nicer. Like, I don't see any bad sides to it.
No, none. I try and explain to people, like, I don't wake up hungover.
Yeah.
So during my extensive reading and arguing with people about this. I've discovered microdosing mushrooms.
What's the argument against?
You're gonna get addicted. What are you gonna do when you can't do it anymore?
You don't get addicted from them.
That's my argument back, right? They actually use mushrooms to pull people off of hardcore drugs. Like
they just showed, there was a study that was recently published. See if you can find this. I think it's Psynauts, Psynauts on Twitter, posted this, that they showed that psilocybin dosage is more effective than any other therapy for kicking drugs, alcohol, and nicotine. Yeah, it just makes you realize why you're doing it in the first place. You don't really need it.
It's like it's like if anyone has ever seen the movie Limitless and you pop that pill and you're like,
mm-hmm. Yeah,
here we go.
There's something to it for sure.
Something to it. And I was up in Grand Lake, Colorado, and with a bunch of X Games guys, and we were sitting at a table, and I said, "Hey man, any of you guys give me some mushrooms?" And they're like, "What? You microdose?" And I was like, "Well, no, but tell me about it." And right? Every one of them at the table were like, "Dude, we don't compete without it. We just don't do it. It's just something that every one of my X Games models I've ever won, microdosing mushrooms." He's like, "It's just something. It's like a secret thing that we all do, but we don't talk about. Because if I walk in and when probably not your family, but somebody else's family, and I'm like, I just took my mushrooms today," they'd be like, "You can't hang out with him anymore."
Yeah, you're a bad influence.
You're a bad influence. He's a bad guy.
Yeah, you're a bad guy out there doing drugs.
But I could tell you, Joe, I could give you this pill that I ground up and I made, or you can go get a prescription from the pharmacy and take Adderall and try and replicate the same thing. But this is so much healthier. You're not gonna have any side effects, no addiction. Where who knows what they're putting in your body?
Yeah.
And to me, that's so much cleaner, so much more amazing, I feel, right? So I started this microdosing mushrooms, and man, do you feel like you're fucking tuned in. It's insane. So
it's like the world's a different frequency.
Totally.
Do you know how you ever use binoculars and you're looking through them and shit's all blurry, and then you just adjust that little knob a little and boom, it comes into focus. That's really what it's like. It's like the rest of the you could look through binoculars and they're a little off, and it's okay.
Yeah.
You can see what you're looking at. But then you adjust that little bitch a little bit, like, oh, there it is.
There it is.
I see what's up.
And it feels like the back of your brain is turned on and working. Like you're using everything. I love it. I love the feeling.
Do you know about the stoned ape theory?
No.
There's a guy named Terrence McKenna, died a few years back, and his brother Dennis McKenna actually probably does an even better job of explaining it because he's a real scientist.
Yeah.
And he had a theory that there's a reason why human beings evolved so quickly over a short period of time, and it's that the climate changed,
right,
and that the rainforest receded into grasslands, and these monkey people, like we used to be, climbed out of the trees and started experimenting with different food sources. And one of the things they started doing is flipping over cow patties. And they would look for beetles and grubs and things that they would eat, and then they would experiment with the mushrooms that grew on the cow patties.
Sure.
So he says that at the same time that these forests were receding into grasslands, all these ungulates, all these wild cows were they existed in this area, and then most likely these things left behind shit, and mushrooms grew in the shit.
Not most likely, 100%.
Yeah. And then these things ate these mushrooms, and that over a period of 2 million years, the human brain size doubled. And apparently it's the biggest mystery in the entire fossil record.
Right.
The fact that something so important as the human brain would double over such a short period of time, and they don't know what it is. And there's a bunch of different theories.
Sure.
Use of fire, cooking meat, the
But
throwing
you think the use of fire, cooking meat was sparked because?
It's possible.
You're right.
Yeah, it's possible that it's also language. It's possible. And Dennis explains it very well in the first podcast we did with scientific terms, like what part of the brain would be excited by psilocybin that would increase your creativity and spark the creation of language. And sounds, like one of the things that happens with people that are tripping hard, like sounds become objects.
Right.
You start like moaning and singing, and you see your sound, like the Icaros, the da 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 da. You see those things. There's some connection between sounds and physical things. And his idea was that this is how words and language was created, and this is how the human being evolved out of the lower hominids. That we most likely, at least partially, evolved because of consuming psychedelic mushrooms.
I like it, and I believe it.
It makes sense if they were everywhere. I mean, if they were everywhere, like, fucking, fill in the blank, whatever weed that you could see just growing in the field. It's entirely possible there was climates at some point in time in human history where that shit was everywhere.
Sure.
Especially when there's no large-scale agriculture and these animals just shit all over the place.
Well, they probably didn't know. They were probably, just berries, nuts, mushrooms, and then all of a sudden, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Whatever those ones were.
Yeah, keep those around.
Keep those coming.
Yeah, and then they cultivated them, and there's a lot of ancient cultures that they worship cattle, and they think there's probably a bunch of reasons for that. Like they use the cattle for milk, and they probably ate them.
Sure.
But it's also possible that they worshipped them because they grew mushrooms on their shit. That's also one of the reasons why some people feel like the Hindus always respected the cows and consider the cows sacred, even though like some of them are starving. They won't eat cows.
Right.
It's like there may be a connection to Soma. And Soma, they don't know what was in Soma, but Soma is on all the ancient Hindu texts. Right. And it's some sort of a psychedelic. And they think it perhaps had something to do with psychedelic mushrooms that were growing on cow shit. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It only makes sense.
Well, I mean, like you said, when you look back, that in reading about all the mushrooms that I was doing, you look back and from the beginning of time, they have people different, even like the Mayans, right? Drawing pictures of something. They don't know what.
Yeah.
Some kind of psychedelic. And of course, it would probably be where the shaman or the town drug dealer would
he'd figure out how to get it to you.
Right, he'd figure it out, and then you'd go on these quests. And so that has to play into something. And now all of a sudden today in 2018, they're like, that's illegal.
Well, the only people that don't think that any of this stuff makes sense, like the people that are listening right now that are dismissing this, are just people who haven't done them.
Right.
If you've done those drugs, you probably like
nod in your head like
this could probably be what it is. Yeah. They grow everywhere.
Have they done the drug for party reasons, or have they done the drug because they're trying to learn? Right. I mean, I think that's two totally different avenues. If me and you were like, let's eat a bunch of mushrooms and go fucking walk the strip.
Right.
That's totally different than me and you were like, hey man, let's learn. Let's learn from this.
Yeah. Let's dive in.
Yeah. So I think just your mind is already put into what direction you want to go. So maybe that's right.
Yeah. I just think we've been poisoned by propaganda, and the people that created it, they're not alive anymore, and we're still being haunted by their stupid shit from the 1930s.
Sure.
All that William Randolph Hearst shit. Like they poisoned us with everything, and then Nixon in the 1970s, when they passed the sweeping psychedelic acts and made everything illegal, they poisoned us again, and we're still trapped with this ancient, stupid way of looking at things that's not based on reality at all. People should have freedom. If you believe in America in particular, you should believe in freedom. We should be able to do whatever the fuck we want, as long as we're not hurting anybody. Correct. Well, mushrooms is like one of the best examples of you do whatever the fuck you want without hurting anybody. No one's dying of an overdose.
No one's committing crimes.
No one's doing anything bad. In fact, it's probably going to make you a better person. It's probably very likely going to make you a better person.
Yeah.
And somehow or another, even in 2018, with the internet, with all that we know, it's still illegal. And that's.
Joe, I enjoy drinking a beer with you, buddy.
Me too,
we
brother.
did a little campfire. We fucking said we'll slice some deer.
Exactly. We should definitely do that one of these days. You should come to us to Lanai with us.
Okay.
You would love it, man. It's the craziest hunting ever. And it's like one of the most ethical. You have to kill them. There's 30,000 deer on this one island. 20,000 deer and 3,000 people.
Let's touch that little subject for a minute about we now have to kill these animals. Why? Because there's so many people out there that are like, fuck you, hunters. What are you doing? Why would you want to take a life?
Yeah, well, Lanai is a different example because it's an island. It's a tiny island filled with deer, and there's no wolves and there's no mountain lions. Like people have to eat them. They're fucking everywhere.
Yeah, because if they don't, they're just gonna.
They're overpopulated.
And they're
gonna
die. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the hunting thing, the anti-hunting thing, is probably real similar to what we're talking about with psychedelic drugs. It's people who haven't experienced it. They don't.
And they're
they
set
don't
in
know
their
what
ways.
They don't know what it really is. Yeah, and a lot of them still. I mean, 97% of the people in this country eat meat.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, but it's a crazy number. But you think about how many people get hated on for hunting. That means, for sure, some of those people that are hating also eat meat, which is one of the most crazy hypocrisies ever.
Crazy. right? I mean, when you look at it like that, with the numbers, because they're like as they're eating their hamburger on the same breath, they're telling you what a piece of shit you are for killing ducks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it's disconnection.
Do you think vegans, if a mosquito lands on them, do they slap it and kill it?
I talk about that all the time.
And do they kill mice that are nibbling in the corner of their house and making noise so they can't sleep? Do they set a mouse trap out?
That's a good question.
Or do they shoot the fly with the badass new salt fucking shotgun?
Salt guns are the shit.
Are you me? I'm picking the bitches off. I open the door and let them waft them in from the horse shit. Come on in, boy. They got a little bit of blapping to do in here.
Blap.
So do they? I mean, does a mosquito or a fly not have a soul?
I went to an ashram once, and the lady had ant spray out, and I was like, "What are you doing with that?" She's like, "Oh, we have an ant problem here." I go, "You got an ant problem here?" I go, "So you kill them with the spray?" I go, "That's fucking crazy. This is an ashram.
Right?
This is a Buddhist ashram, and you are spraying ant spray. You're poisoning death from the sky."
From the sky.
Yeah, you're fucking air warfare on these poor little beings because you don't like that they get too close to your garbage.
Hey,
it's heavy.
It's heavy. It's crazy. When you put it in perspective like that, they don't have an answer. They're
what
like,
do you do when you wash yourself? What about all those microbiome on your body? You're killing all that shit with soap. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
It's a holocaust. Every time you wash your asshole, it's a holocaust. You're killing all this life forms. Right? It's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's just a matter of what. And the other problem is there's real evidence that somehow or another plants communicate with each other. That they have some sort of if not awareness, they have some sort of information exchange between each other. And they change their taste based on whether or not other ones are getting eaten. It activates certain responses in the plants, and they become like really bitter and disgusting to animals so that animals don't eat them.
Right.
And they do this with, like, they can have a recording. They can play a recording of caterpillars eating leaves next to a plant, and it'll change its flavor profile. It excretes some sort of a chemical so that it discourages predation. There's some intelligence to those things.
That's just evolving, right? It's having to. It's like, we're no longer going to exist if this happens. We have to evolve with the change. What you talk about, us becoming who we are today. From super primates to right. And I think now we're caught in an era where the weak are still allowed to coexist with us.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that. They don't want to be weak.
And it drives me fucking crazy. They don't want to be weak, right?
They can't help it.
But you laugh at that, but it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
And I just had a baby boy, and I can't wait to stand on the sidelines of these soccer games and football games. And I can't wait to show up to fucking track day, and I'm bringing fucking medals and trophies because my kid's not getting a fucking participation ribbon. He's here to win, right? When do we draw the line back of just because you are weaker, you get a participation ribbon? There's no more competition.
There's no understanding of psychology. You can't protect people from bad feelings like losing. That's what propels you. That's what makes you better.
That's what they're doing. So you're telling me if my kid's an awesome football player and he's on the team running touchdowns, he has to sit the bench because Tommy didn't get enough time to play? And not only that, Tommy, you're his weak ass dad who fucking secretly emails the coach behind my back. You know what I mean? Like that shit to me. What the fuck? So I can't. I'm so excited to join this new journey of parenthood. It's so crazy, man. These kids. And
it's not all parents, though. Some parents realize how stupid it is. There's parents out there just like you.
Sure.
They're just like, this is ridiculous. Like, kids have got this is a guy that's his daughter goes to school with my daughter, and I always gravitate towards him because he's got a neck tattoo.
Yeah.
Immediately, I'm like, anybody with a neck tattoo, I'll relate to this motherfucker.
Well, because that's a life decision. Yeah, you neck tat, you motherfucker, we gonna be all right because we're. I don't have a neck tat, but I know how you're living, so I'm with you. I'm with you.
These kids were playing rough, and he looked at me and goes, whatever happened to, like, getting hurt? Whatever happened to, like, falling down, learning how, you shouldn't do that. That hurts.
Yeah.
Well, now learn how to fall better. Now learn how to not do that anymore. Well, this thing was going to make you slip and scuff your knee. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's part of learning. You can't nerf the world. You can't nerf the fucking world. When you nerf the world and then you empower these people that have lived in a nerfed environment, that's a problem. They haven't experienced real adversity, and they're mean.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why they're mean is because they're scared.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these people on social media that are really mean, they're the ones who are the most scared, and they're the ones who are the most weak for sure. And the fact that they're so vulnerable is what's leading them to lash out and try to hurt other people because they're so easy to hurt and they're so damaged. I mean, that's literally the results of living in a nerfed world.
But these people that you say are so weak, how is that satisfying them to disable somebody that...
It's not. They don't know what to do. They're hurting and they just lash out.
Like, how are they writing an email? Like, I'm going to get this motherfucker. Send. And they're like, ooh, and then they see this... Like, what? That's gratifying for them? They're like,
it's not even. It seems like it would be because they're trying to hurt you. They're trying to, like, get you. But then eventually it comes back and gets them. It's like, they have to understand... LeBron James isn't doing that.
No.
Like, no winners are out there doing that. This is loser behavior. Like, you're lashing out at others who are doing while you're not. Unless there's like, if you have a legitimate problem with someone.
You talk about LeBron, like, in the NBA, they don't just sit him down because the other player, 22,
hasn't got enough
play time.
Right. Yeah.
No, motherfucker, go ahead and score again. Okay, we with you here. We got
to make some money.
Right, it's good. It's good in the when we're paying to watch it on TV, but when your kid's in it, I don't get it, man. But I haven't experienced it yet. I've just only had friends who have, so I'm fucking so excited to.
It's fascinating just to watch them evolve, watch their little minds grow, watch talking to them. You know, just experiencing life through these new eyes and seeing them learn
He's definitely
going
to be a little fighter. He's just a rotten son of a bitch. He sleeps with his hands up. And we have this... He sleeps with his hands up, both hands up. I'm like, what are you doing? And then he just like flexes them out and he'll put them back. And he flexes them out. I'm like, what are you doing, man?
Getting ready.
It's so cool. And I put him in this little jumper and he has blue frog and this red fish. And I don't know what this red fish did to him, but that motherfucker would just slide sideways and just stank on him just sit there and stare at him. 20 minutes, no movement, no crying, just slouched over and he corner peers at this red fish. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he, and I'll spin him and like play with him, and then he just finds him again and just has a staring contest with this fucking thing.
That's hilarious. It's practicing.
It's practicing. Like,
wow,
damn.
I think that shit definitely carries on through the child.
It has to, right?
It has to.
It has to.
It has to. I mean, there's things that people learn, like, well, why are kids scared of monsters? Well, you have to be careful of predators.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of there's lessons you learn. You see things that are scary. Like, why do people have like a fear of snakes?
Are we out of beer? Is this the last one?
No, we got a whole shit.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
We got
these Budweisers go down so smooth.
They do go down so smooth. And yeah. I mean, I think for sure there's some of your personality that's going to be transferred through your DNA. Your life lessons.
God, I can't wait, man. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So cool to see him. And
how early are you going to start training him?
Right away.
So he never knows anything else.
No, he's not only Joe is he's not gonna know anything else, but we're dirt biking, we're wakeboarding, we're fucking scuba diving, we're every crazy thing I do, he's gonna do it, and he's gonna be fucking launching huge air, and he's gonna get around his other kids, and he's just gonna think that's just what you do.
Right.
Like this is
right.
Oh, you guys don't do that?
Right.
Oh, I've been doing that for 5 years. Yeah, that's what I thought was. So he won't know any different. And yeah, I'll definitely train him in wrestling and jiu-jitsu and kickboxing. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm going to be the dad when he goes and beats a kid up at school. I'm like, what? Danger? You fucking animal. His
name is Danger? Your son's name is Danger?
His first name is Dax. And my name is Donald Anthony Cerrone, so his name's DAC, my initials, and then SON, so he's my son. Danger Cerrone. Dax and Danger Cerrone. I'm going to say, Danger, what are you doing in here? You can't be beating these kids up, and then as soon as we get in the hallway, fucking fist bump, whatever you want, boy. Let's go. That's gonna be,
well, you already have evidence now on video.
Yeah,
the parents are going to go, you need to watch this video.
Yeah. I mean, that's if he's in there, defending his sisters or doing whatever he has to do, I'm with him.
Yeah.
Get you some, boy.
What's the world going to be like?
Just in 10 years.
When he's... Think about how weird it is from 10 years ago. How weird is it going to be 10 years from now?
I remember in my high school we had beepers.
That's right.
Beepers.
you remember when people had beepers that also could send text messages? You're like, what the fuck? You're taking it too far.
And I had you could leave a voice message on mine. You could talk a voice, but you could call and listen to it. But yeah, I mean, these kids, your kids, have no idea what it is to pass a note.
Right.
Or call Mr. Rogan. I was just wondering if I could talk with Sarah. Would that be cool? It's after 9 o'clock, idiot. Click.
Yeah, that after 9 o'clock deal.
Right?
Yeah, you have to be real careful what time you call.
Texting,
set a bad precedent.
Picture taken, but I think the picture taken is also taken a lot away from life. Like, even me, I get caught in it. I'll go to lunch with 3 of my friends, and 2 minutes into lunch, we're all Instagram. Yep. Who's Rogan got on the show today? You know?
Yeah. I know it is a problem. You lose a lot of your life to these fucking things.
A lot of it, and it sucks you in. But it's also so awesome because so much is learned. Like you said,
it needs to be managed. And he's like I
said, right now, if you want to talk about, we were just discussing the different kinds of releases on the bow.
Right.
Well, maybe I don't know about your. I literally 2 seconds after I leave here, I can YouTube it and I can.
You can know it all.
I can know it all.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I can have experts on every single release, make my own judgment, and decide what I want to do.
Yeah.
And that's crazy nowadays, and the world is so much better in a sense, I think, because you can do that, but it takes away a lot of the bullshit people used to have. Probably when you were in school and the guy tells you I'm this, and this.
Yeah.
There's nobody
no Google search
other than Jimmy saying, yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you never knew.
Never. Yeah. Now you just go ahead like, wait, what? Nah, man, that
yeah,
that's negative. You are not a gold medalist, right?
Well, you still see some of those guys are still floating around. There's a few of those guys are still floating around that somehow or another made it through the net, and they're like
the dark. They came in the dark net.
They're floating around right now, like kind of like skating on the boundaries of incredulity.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah, there's a lot of frauds out there. They're still kind of operating. Fake black belts, fake gold medalists, fake, yeah.
But why would you want to be a fake black belt?
They don't know any better. They just been lying their whole life mostly. It's like the demons that you experience when you do mushrooms. They got their own demons, and maybe it was childhood molestation.
You think those people that lie, that is just nature? That's just what they do.
They were probably beaten as kids. Their parents were shit. Everybody lied to them.
Well, why does it have to be that person? Why does it have to be that person? Why can't it be the rich kid that's born in Beverly Hills that has everything?
And he lies too?
He's still a liar. Why can't he be just as big of a piece of shit as them?
He could be. But I bet a lot of those like real severe liars, they come from abuse because they have to like create a false life. But you get a lot of abuse in rich households too.
Sure.
Especially like, maybe the dad has to work 16 hours a day as a banker or something like that. He's never home. The mom's on drugs. No one's taking care of the kids. They're hanging around with a bunch of other lost kids in their school, and they're all doing drugs together and fucking off and crime and all kinds of shit just to have excitement in their life because they're so bored and confused and lost and lonely, and they start lying too.
Right.
It all comes from the same place, whether it comes from a rich kid or a poor kid. It comes from your life being fucked up and you're not liking who you are.
So you need to eat mushrooms.
That'll help.
And deal with the demons.
And then go do something. Go do something so that that you could experience some nerves, and you could rise to the occasion.
Sure.
And learn about yourself that you can overcome, and you can make mistakes and fail, and then try it again and succeed, and then what the bad feelings that you get, like when you're worried about losing, and these fears. It's because winning is so high, man. I've seen you win so many times. I've called so many of your fights. And, I look right in your eyes whenever you win. And there's just like, oh, this dude's on fire right now. You're just like...
There's no other... I couldn't even explain to you that feeling because...
No one can.
Nobody can.
Nobody can. You have to do it.
Other than... Fuck yeah, right? Like that's
right.
Like, fuck yeah, that's the feeling. You know what I mean? Like that's...
But it's fuck yeah times like a million.
Whew.
And
God, it's the highest highs, man. It's insane how cool it feels.
I've seen like with you particularly, like KOs.
Right.
Like there's something about KOs when you just crack someone and then it's over, and then you're walking around. I'm like you're like glowing, like you're like.
I'm in my DMT.
Yeah, you did it. You went through all the fucking demons and all the darkness and all the fear and all the insecurity, and then you landed, and then it's over.
And then it's just as fast as it started, it's over, and that's crazy. It's like,
yeah, it's over.
And now you're back.
And then it's like, hey, 4 weeks from now, blah, 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 fell out.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Like, we're going to fucking do it again.
We're going to start over.
Yeah.
We're going to start all over. And the people always ask me, like, how long are you going to fight till? I'm going to fight till I don't love it anymore, Joe. I really am, man. I don't have an answer for anybody. Like,
it's a good answer.
The day that I wake up and I'm like, nah.
What we need is medical science to catch up where they could fix everything 100%.
Right.
Like head injuries,
everything.
node injuries, everything. Just put people in some sort of microwave machine where they just bring you back to 100%. Thank you, sir. So then fighting becomes a matter of temporary injury rather than permanent injury.
And then it's a whole nother ball of wax.
It's a whole nother ball of wax.
Everyone's fighting 100% healthy.
Yeah, and you also don't have to worry about like your long-term health, which is like one of the big problems with fighting.
Yeah, you're like, you want to armbar me and break it? Break. Did you see the guy who got his motherfucking arm cracked the last fight? Was it last Friday? Lincoln, Nebraska.
I didn't see it. Who got armbarred?
A guy from Colorado.
I watched the Krause
I feel
fight.
like such a shit
I
because I don't know his name.
The Gaethje fight.
He, the Brazilian guy took him down, armbarred him, had it
snapped it.
Didn't snap it, popped it, and pulled it all the way back and had it bent. Oh. He said, "Man, I felt it pop, but I told myself we ain't losing this," and he just kept on going. But it's moments like that you could just say, "Fuck it, break it," because I'm going in this microwave.
Fixed. Yeah.
I'm going right from here, ambulance to the microwave. 10 minutes, I'm throwing punches again.
Recook me.
Yeah, recook me.
That's possible someday. I mean, maybe it's not in our lifetimes, but it's possible someday. And fighting's going to be a different thing. Like, that was what was so impressive about John when Vitor got his arm.
Right.
Vitor turned
here it is. Look at this.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait till he
oh, man, this is nasty.
This is right where he taps. He taps right here, but before oh no, I don't know what the fuck
got out of that. There.
Yeah, before this, he puts it behind his back and he has it fucking bowed. This guy used to train at Jackson's too, the Brazilian guy on the bottom.
Yeah, when John got tapped by Vitor, that was so nasty. I mean, he was fully hyperextended and just didn't tap. And his arm was fucked up for a while afterward, right? That's why he had to host the Ultimate Fighter.
Correct.
He really couldn't train properly with it. Yeah, it's going to be a different animal in the future when people aren't worried as much about permanent damage.
Right. I need it because I do a lot of permanent damage.
Yeah, most damage today is permanent damage.
All these wild excursions I go on.
Yeah, tell me about the cave dive.
So you want to learn about cave diving? Okay. So, first of all, cave diving is the last certification someone can get caving, right? In diving, like you start off to get your open water, then you move and get your advanced open water, get your nitrox, and you start learning the rules of Mother Nature, because Mother Nature is never gonna take a loss. She wins every time. The only bitch I know that wins 100% of the time, right? You cannot fuck with her and come out winning. So when she wants to take you, she takes you. So you learn about all these different rules of the water and of the nitrogen levels that you're taking into your body. Anyway, cave diving is about 5 years in. I got my certification in high school, and I am a super cave diver, man. I love it. I love diving. I love everything about diving. I love ship diving. Cenote days, caves, you name it. I love it. So we were in Cozumel a couple weeks ago, and one of my old, you could almost call him instructor, he's taught me a lot of what I know about diving today. We dove 3 or 4 days with some buddies of mine that were down in Cozumel, just went through some ships, went through some just the coral reef, just playing around, diving with them. And then we go and do a serious dive. He's getting a little bit older. His Mind is still very, very, very sharp, but his motor skills don't keep up with him much anymore, right? And in cave diving, it's very necessity that you need. So we jump in this cave. Let's rewind to 20 minutes. I just kissed my girl and my new baby, and she's like, I don't really want you to go, like, right? I don't want to say his name, but the guy you're going with, like, I'm worried.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what are you worried about? I said, I'm coming home. Like, this is what I come home every time. I'm coming home. Fuck, I don't know. So I order another cylinder of air just for extra. I have 2 originally I'm going with. I order another cylinder of air. I told her just to fucking have it, right? No one's ever died because they have too much air. In cave diving, you dive in third. So if we have 300 PSI, we'll do 1,000 PSI in. We'll do 1,000 PSI out, and we have 1,000 PSI in case something fucking happens. Also in cave diving, they have lines. You run these. In a cave, they'll already have a line run. A bunch of guys like me, tech divers, have gone into caves, they discovered them, they mapped them, they named them, and they put lines so you can follow them in case something happens, right? Get in and get out. Lines and lines, and none of the lines really connect except for like the main lines. They'll have like 3 or 4 main lines down big channels of a cave because caves are huge, right? From an entrance to the main line, usually no one has a cave. You have to make it what's called a jump. You have to make your own line because they just don't want someone listening on here today to go find a cave, jump in, swim down, and be able to get in and out and get lost in there. Now all of a sudden we have a Thailand incident. We're fucking wanting to save people. So we make a jump, tie off. You put these direction arrows down. They're called cookies, right? Pointing out towards the direction out of the cave. So that way if something happens, you come out. When you make a jump, you take your light, you wrap it around your neck, and then you have 2 hands that work on the line. The guy I was with didn't follow some of our rules. And in cave diving, it's kind of an unwritten fact that you only worry about you. I'm coming home, right? I'm fucking staying alive. So if Joe, me and I were cave diving, if something were to happen, I'm not going in there to get you. No reason for 2 of us to die when only one's in there can die. So he tries to tie off. His buoyancy he hits the roof of the cave, kicks his feet, spins, and now all of a sudden this line that's supposed to be tied off, which is our fucking lifeline, is now wrapped around him. So I swim over to him and I try to help him unhook this line, and he goes into panic, and panic kills everybody involved. Everybody involved dies with panic, and that's something that I can't express enough. So he starts fucking freaking out, hitting the roof, spinning, silt fucking everywhere, and I just back out. Take about 4 or 5 big, strong steps back, and I grab a hold of the main line. Now it's silting out. Now when I say something's silting out, there's all this like sediment that ends on the bottom of these caves, and you're in like a little tiny room. So if you kick your fin hard, it kicks up like dark dust, mud, sediment, silt. You can't fucking see anything. Blacks it out. So I back out of the silt. I grab the line. And I see him in there fucking freaking and panicking, spinning and rolling around and getting all caught up in this line. And I'm like, fuck. But I just stay calm. This was the exit. I know where it is because I know where I am. There's the exit. He was making a jump to go down another tunnel. There he is. Now, what I just tell you about the rule that someone comes home, right? I broke the rule and I went in to get him. I said, fucking goddamn. So I let go of the line. And I go in to get him because his light fucking is off now. And I'm thinking, goddamn it, he's spun up in this line. His light's off. Did he drop his regulator? Does he have air? Is he okay? As soon as I go into the silt, fucking lose everything, man. Lose my way, where I am, my up, my down. I don't know where I am. I'm fucking panicking now. I'm panicking. Fucking freaking out more than any I've ever. Breathing hard. Bang. Hit my head on the fucking ceiling. And I just close my eyes. And I'm like, God damn it, Cowboy. Calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down. Breathe. can't even see my hands in front of me. I have 2 watches on, they're glowing, right? Those are to let me know my depth, my time, everything, right? I have two dive computers. I check them, I look, I calm, I check my light. I got to turn my light and burn my our pressure gauges. They're glow in the dark, right? So I charge it with my light, and I look at, okay, air. Check my second one. Okay, air. I know my third one's good because I haven't even opened it yet. That's just in case. I breathe down. I fucking think, and I can't even see my hands in front of me. And to this day, I close my eyes, and it gives me nightmares right now just thinking about it. Cloudy, dark, can't see anything. All I can see is the hum of my light. So I turn my light off, and I'm trying to think like, all right, just calm yourself. Figure this out. Where's our partner? I start feeling around, and he's nowhere to be found, right? Nowhere to be found. So I'm now calmed myself a little bit, and I start feeling the walls, and I start moving around. I'm trying to think, where am I? But I don't know because we haven't been down this channel yet, so I don't visually haven't made an imprint of, oh, there's that, there's this, right? Kind of like a mental imprint in my mind, because that's what we're doing as we're coming in, landmarks, right? I don't have any of those. I don't have any feel. I don't have any touch. And I'm moving around. I took a compass reading of the direction of the front when we tied off at the first jump, right? So I know 126 degrees is the way out. But in a cave, they twist and they move, and they're up, and they're big, and they're deep, and they're low, right? There's no like rhyme or reason how the water made the cave. So it's kind of a direction I can think of. The first thing that comes to my mind, and I start swimming that way. Now I hit a wall, boom. And I go down, I hit a wall, and I'm fucking in panic mode again. I fucking swim. Now I just start swimming and kicking and fucking going crazy. I make my way out of the silt, and I fucking turn around and I'm back on the main line, right? I find the main line to the cave again, which is 800 yards to the front, to the door. I grab a hold of the main line, I fucking reel it in again. Okay. Now, the entire behind me, deeper into the cave is free. It's no problem. Silt free. I can see everything's good. Where I need to go is fucking silted out and blown, gone, completely fucking washed. I couldn't see you sitting there, but I can see everything behind us. I can't see you. I have the main line, but I don't have the jump line to get the fuck out. So I started thinking, I was looking at the cave maps, trying, like, before we went, just try to get a visualizer of the direction. I'm trying to remember landmarks, but I can't see anything, and I can't feel, and I'm like, fuck, there was a split up here. So I go back into the silt again, and I start feeling around, and I'm feeling, and I find a hole, and I'm like, is that the right way? Is that the one I want to go down? Where does that one go? Okay, maybe remember. That's not okay. Let's go to this next one. I go into the next one, and now this is where it's got to be. I'm going, but all of a sudden, I'm swimming against the current. And I remember when I came into this cave, there was this very slow current, which is why the entire cave is now washed out from that point on. Right, the current is taking out. So I'm like, fuck, you're swimming against the current, so you're going the wrong way. I somehow work that into my fucking panic mind. Like, we're swimming into the current, or we're going the wrong way. So I fucking turn, swim back. I'm back on the fucking main line again, right? I find the main line. It's clear. I'm out into the clear main line. Fuck. I start like hyperventilating and panicking. And I'm thinking, man, you piece of shit. This is how people die. What the fuck are you? Right? And I'm keep reminding, kissing my wife and keep my kids saying, I'm coming home today. I'm coming home. So I do it again. I fucking venture into the fucking great unknown fucking abyss, total blackout. Another panic, fucking freak out. Can't find my way, hitting my head, kicking, losing air by the fucking second, bro. Because now I'm breathing hard, I'm breathing fucking irrational, and I'm sucking my tanks dry. Right? Mind you, I'm on air, so I don't have... There's no answer to this after I breathe my last breath. Keep checking my thing, keep keeping my time, looking in direction, time, air, time, fuck, slow down. Now I'm in pitch fucking black. Can't see anything, trying to figure out where I'm at, what I'm thinking, what am I doing? Okay, we're running out of air. How much time do we have, Cowboy? We're at 28 feet. I know we're at 28 feet. I could probably breathe on this for about another hour, on this tank another hour, so we got another hour. Okay, we've been in here fucking 38 minutes already. What are we gonna do? Start trying to find my way out. I can't. Trying to find my way out. I can't. Now I start thinking, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna drown, Joe. Drowning's like my biggest fear of my life. So we have a thing that's called a BC, and we carry it on our back. It's a buoyancy control device. That's how you control your buoyancy when you're scuba diving, right? It probably holds 20 big, huge, strong breaths. So I fill that motherfucker up. This is my plan. I'm gonna fill my BC up, which throws me to the top of the cave. Bonk, right? Now I gotta flip upside down. And I have to like crawl on the ceiling trying to figure out where the fuck I am. Now I got to get out of a cave upside down. And I'm thinking, all right, we've switched to our last bit of air. How are we going to do this, Cowboy? What are we going to do? We filled our BC up. When I run out of air, I'm now thinking in my mind, how am I going to die, Joe? Right? Tell my wife, tell my kid, I'm coming home. Now I got to fucking realize, how am I going to die? I have a notepad that you carry in your pocket to draw and write on. I'm thinking, what are you going to say? What's your letter going to be? You're writing a fucking death letter? You're awake. You're a fighter. We figure this out. You don't fucking find a way to quit, you fucking bitch. This is the conversation I'm having with myself while I'm in fucking complete panic mode and complete darkness, thinking that this is how people die. What the fuck are you doing? You're going to write a letter to your fucking kid and tell her how you fucked up? I'm sorry, daddy's not coming home. So I'm fucking thinking, I'm not going to drown. I'm not going to breathe my last breath. So I'm going to breathe this BC that I just filled up with air, and I'm going to fucking breathe it until the oxygen level no longer happens and I just pass out. That's what I've come to realize how I'm going to die. I'm going to fucking just slip away and pass out, keep breathing the same air until I go away. And I start thinking, you fucking piece of shit. You're giving up? Like, you're having like legitimate conversations with myself while fucking in complete panic. Like, you're gonna quit that. You're writing a letter and you're gonna fucking breathe your last air until you pass out. You fucking pussy. You're a fighter. Figure the fuck out. So I'm upside down. I'm crawling on the ceiling. And I remember when I came in, we came in the big cave and there's like a huge fucking crack that runs along the top. Turn both my watches off now at this point because they're giving off light, and I kill my light. And I said, that crack's going to fucking lead to the surface. That crack's going to fucking give us something. So I just start panicking again because I'm panicking and I don't know what to do. I'm sucking air and I'm fucking breathing hard and I'm hyperventilating. And I'm crawling on the ceiling, looking for this fucking crack, and goddamn it, I found it. I found the crack, and I followed the crack, and the crack got bigger, and all of a sudden I see fucking glow, like green glow, crawling, find it, try to get up, my tanks are too big, I can't fucking get out of the little hole. I can't get out of the hole, I'm fucking, bink, fucking hitting, screaming, freaking out. Calm down, Cowboy, this is the way, calm the fuck down, reel it in, we're here, we made it. Grab control. Follow the crack some more, opens up, out, boom, there's the cave, fucking I'm out. Made it. You're coming home. You want to talk about, whoa, motherfucker, whoa! Right? That was the feeling. Meanwhile, my guy's out there. I can't even be mad at him because he panicked, he grabbed the line, he fucking ran out the hole. And he looks at me and he says, so we're not diving together ever again, are we? I said, no, that was it. That was it. And I text my girl, I love you, baby. And today was a fucking scary moment. But daddy's coming home. And it was fucking so crazy because that was, I mean, I've almost died numerous times, but almost dying slowly, which puts it in perspective to me, like, these guys on death row, I always thought, like, yeah, fucking kill a murderer, man. That's... Fuck them. Dude, knowing the time and how much time you have left, that's some scary shit, Joe. Knowing that you have 2 hours left.
How much air do you have left at the end?
Maybe another hour, probably. Hour and some change. But could you imagine I had to talk to myself of how I was going to die? Like, to me, that fucked me up. That fucked me up really bad. Like, I probably had to go do some mushrooms and ask myself some questions now because that fucked me up bad. But the inner me, the fighter, you figure it the fuck out. But was I going to write a letter? I was fucking damn close to writing a letter. It was crazy, man. It was wild.
Damn.
Hopefully I explained that good for everybody.
You explained it like a motherfucker. Yeah, I'm nervous. I felt like I was there. Fuck, dude. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
And I'm going to do it again. Like, I'm not scared of it. Like, that, it just needs to be done better. I'll run my own motherfucking line.
Well, it also shows you how important it is, like what your wife was saying. You can't, she knew something. She had a sense. Like,
right.
When people fuck up a lot or when they're just that person that just can't keep it together, you got to be real careful around those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy shit, man.
I mean, that's why people kill those people in war.
Yeah.
They just like, look, we can't do this.
Yeah,
You're
we can't.
Getting everybody killed.
Yeah, your panic is sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not hanging in there. You've become a detriment. Fuck, dude, that is one of the craziest stories I've ever heard in my life.
Look, I'm glad I got to share it with you. It's fucking impressive. Well, let's move on.
I don't know how we can.
Happier, better, greener pastures here.
That one, man. Fuck.
So as the Tap Out guys did for me, I'm starting a new fight series, Cowboy Fight Series, man, amateur. And we're traveling all around the country, and we're going to be putting shows. And I'm going to try and find these new up-and-comer kids and bring them to the ranch.
What are you doing it on?
Well, I was talking with Ant with Fight Pass. I think we're going to get it on UFC Fight Pass.
Nice.
And, we're going to have probably 8 undercard fights, probably 2 local guys in that area, and then we're going to do a 4-man tournament for assigned weight class. We'll probably go, I don't know, maybe like a 70 or 85, maybe 55 first. And the winner of the 4-man tournament gets to come live with me, train, get brought up. I know everybody, man. I can make a call and get them on all the local promotions, you know what I mean? Get them, build these guys up and try and give back, man, and do like what the Tap Out guys did for me and just really, I don't know, show
That's a
them.
great idea. Do you think you're going to transition into promoting or managing or anything or training when you're done? I
won't do any training.
No?
No, I don't think. When I round the corner in life, I ain't looking back, Joe. When I finally made the corner, I ain't looking back. But I'll definitely help these dudes out, man. I'll figure it out. Him, her, whatever it may be, You
have no desire to train people?
People tell me I can teach very well. I just don't agree. I don't know.
Maybe it'd be something that would be more interesting to you when you're not competing.
Right. Exactly. But I'm hoping I move into the movies. I want to be a movie star.
Yeah, well, that sounds like fun.
I just, I just did Equalizer 2 with Denzel Washington. It was a lot of fun. I had a small partner, but I'm with the Dash now, Brand X guys, and doing a lot of stunts and having fun with that. And
how's Denzel?
He's great. Yeah, great dude. He's a great dude.
Never met him.
Yeah, it was cool. He was super cool to me, super nice. It was fun. It was fun working. I worked on the movie with JRE. Jay.
Oh yeah, he's in that too.
Yeah, he's in that too. It's a cool. Denzel's an Uber driver in it, and Jay fights him in a car. It's pretty cool.
Denzel's one of the greatest actors that's ever lived.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
Yeah,
100%.
You go over like some of the greatest actors that's ever lived. You gotta have him on that list. Like you got a chance to work with one of the all-time greats. And
he's cool as a Cadillac out there, man. He's just,
Is it weird to be working with him?
It kind of was, but he was real. I mean, on set, watching Denzel and then Denzel on set's kind of different. But he, there he is. There's Jay, my man. That's cool, right? It was fun, man. It was such a learning experience. But anyways, I was here last week, and I met with Pete Berg, who's a director. He just did that Mile 22.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I just got on the new Mark Wahlberg movie, so I got a smaller thing on that. But he asked me to do the fight choreography for the whole movie. So
wow,
yeah, I'm pumped on it, man. I'm excited working with the guys doing that. So it should be fun.
So you enjoy it?
I love it. It's cool. It's just another avenue.
Yeah,
just something fun to do.
No, that'd be a good transition for you.
So that's kind of my plan. But last night over a game of Baccarat, I'm going to be a new race car driver.
How'd that happen?
My buddy Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He has a dirt track race team. So January, it's called the Chili Bowl.
Chili Bowl?
Chili Bowl, 300 entries. And you take over 5 days, you race, and you work your way up to enter the Saturday night of the Chili Bowl, and you get down there. Dude, these are 400 horsepower cars, you know, excuse me, they weigh 400 pounds. Man, I don't know what it is. I can't tell. I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
They weigh more than 400 pounds, right?
They're 400 horsepower, but they weigh 900 pounds.
Really?
Yeah. And
oh my God.
Dirt track.
That's insane.
Do you have some video of Chili Bowl?
400 horsepower, 900 pounds is insane.
Yeah, and they just shit and get. Right? And so yeah, that's it. I'm gonna January. I'm going to the Chili Bowl, and I'm fucking gonna give it hell.
Wow,
how fun!
That sounds like a good time.
And I said, so is there like a couple warm up days or practice or yeah? Here it is.
Those things.
Look at this.
Whoa. A dirt track.
There it is.
Oh my God, that is insane. So you're just going sideways everywhere.
Yeah, just drifting.
The whole thing is like halfway drifting.
Right?
It's just so.
Look at all those people. This
Oh my God!
So
everyone's
fun.
going completely sideways around these corners. It's hilarious.
So in January, Tulsa, Oklahoma, that's going to be me.
Wow.
Running it. I can't wait. It's going to be so fun.
Wow. That looks like a good time.
And I said, hey man, we like have I want to tell you just because of my ego, right, that I'm a good racer, but I don't really know if I am. I've raced some race go-karts. If you want to go down to the local go-kart track, we'll give it hell. But have I ever done that? Never. I'm so excited.
You got to practice?
That's what I said. I said, is there some warm-up or practice days? And they said, no, you can get 5 laps before the race. And I said,
that's not enough.
No.
You need a couple hours.
Hours, days, a couple weeks.
You need someone to show you, like, where do you, in the apex of the term, when do I jump on the gas?
So fast forward into January, Cowboy's going to have 5 laps to fucking get it, and then I'm on.
Is there a place you can go practice?
I guess you have to rent a track, but I was at the Monster thing last night, so I was talking with all the drivers,
right?
And they're like, "No, we don't practice. We just race. Like we just race to race. There's no practice." And I was like, "Huh? You don't what? You just race? Okay. So can I pick up one of these cars? You all got like a loaner I can get in?" They're like, "Yeah, we got you, man. You show up." So
wow.
Chili Bowl is kind of like, I guess there's 300 injuries over 5 days, and you just fucking get after it.
Jesus Christ.
Can't wait. I'm so excited.
It seems like that would be a skill, though, that like going sideways in the dirt like that, you would have to learn how to...
A skill that I don't have.
No.
Yeah.
And they're letting you race with pros.
Yeah.
That seems silly. That seems like jumping into...
Seems like going to Jackson
right off the street, slapping on some shin pads.
That's exactly what the fuck's happening.
That is so crazy.
So yeah, all you motherfuckers in Tulsa, Oklahoma in January, Chili Bowl, Cowboys coming in hot. Hot. So and then they tell me I got to pick a number. I don't know what number to pick. You got to pick a number and you pick letters behind the number.
Wow.
So I need a good number followed by BMF because I definitely need that.
Right. What would be a good number for you?
I don't know.
Would it be the year of your first pro fight? Would it be the year your grandparents bought you the ranch?
Whew.
That's not a bad one.
These have to be weighed.
What year would that? What year is that?
I think 2011.
11 BMF sounds pretty fucking
11
good.
11 BMF. All right.
That sounds pretty good.
11 BMF.
That sounds pretty good. Right?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm going to send you videos so you'll be able to play it and you're like, man.
That's not a bad one. 11 BMF is good.
Liam, 11 BMF. Yeah.
Since it's the ranch, why not have it the birthday to the ranch?
Yeah, it's accurate. You know? There it is.
There it is.
So for all you 300 entries, you see 11 on this motherfucker. I'm putting you in the wall.
Coming sideways around that corner with very little control.
Yeah, almost no control. And if you think you want to see me down in the pits and come out, take your helmet off and get crazy, some shit's going down.
What other shit are you doing that's ridiculous that you probably shouldn't be doing?
Mounted shooting.
Mounted shooting?
Yeah,
on a horse?
On a horse.
Do you put earmuffs on the horse?
Yes, of course.
Really?
Yeah, stuff them down in her ears.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what kind of rifle are you shooting?
Colt 45.
Oh my god,
two of them.
That's hilarious.
Two Colt
so you
45s.
two-fisting it?
Yeah.
Blam, blam,
no.
blam.
So here's the rules. You can't have more ammunition than the targets are on the field, right? So
okay,
there's
so there's 10 targets.
10 targets, so we load 5 shots into each 6-shooter.
Wow.
Right? And so there has to be a gun exchange while riding full speed, shooting targets.
So you shoot one-handed while you're holding on with the other hand.
Yeah, I'm
you
a
never
right-handed
go Wyatt
shooter.
Earp.
No. I'm a right-handed, so I run the reins in my left, and I shoot with my right. So
Here it is right here.
this is it. So on hand is where you'd shoot on hand. Off hand is when you put it over your arm. So this is off hand.
Crazy. This is some Cowboys and
That's it
Indians
right
shit.
there.
Oh, look at this. You run around and shoot balloons.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Right? Mounted
Meanwhile,
shooting.
who are these people in the stands that are letting you shoot near them? These people out of their fucking mind. You want to talk about people with a death wish?
No,
Bitch, you're
we're
about
not
to
shooting.
catch a
It's
bullet.
It's not live ammunition. You're just shooting blanks.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah, so just the gunpowder's burning the balloons.
Isn't it crazy that just the blanks can do that much goddamn
that's-
damage? There's a guy in Hollywood when I first came here in like '94 who was on a set and he didn't know that.
Right.
And he thought it'd be funny to put a blank up to his head and shoot himself in the head.
Yeah, some
And he
people
killed
shoot
himself.
themselves, shoot the horse. I mean, you shoot your horse doing it, he's probably not going to want to do it anymore, is he?
Yeah, what the fuck, man? Yeah, they think that it's just a noise. It's not just a noise.
So learning to get in your horse, training, getting him around gunfire, and doing
man.
it. It's fun. It's a good time.
That's like they're practicing for some old school revival.
Yeah, it's called SAS, Single Action Shooting Society, and
Wild West fights. And
It
shit.
is, and during the competitions and during the shows, it's like they take it back and everyone dresses up and
That's hilarious. Those are still to this day my all-time favorite movies, like The Unforgiven.
Westerns. Come on,
Westerns are some of the greatest movies ever.
ever. I'm with you. I love them. I love them.
There's something about them. It's like that's a short period of United States history, but that's the period where people were like, "Fuck it, let's
Fuck
see,
it. Yeah.
let's see what goes on over here.
Let's see.
Let's cross this divide."
The weak guy,
Yeah,
he didn't make it, did he?
that's one area. If there was a time machine, and you can go back and see what it was like,
But what if you could only go once
and stay there.
and that was it? It was a one-ticket ride.
I ain't going.
No,
No, this is the best time to live ever. They would all want to come here.
of course.
Yeah, why the fuck would I go back with no doctors?
But you'd want to go to 3,000.
Nah.
How do you
Good.
know?
Could
Well,
be- could suck a fat dick.
Hold on. So now you say that, but now how did the guy in 6 AD know that 2018 is going to suck?
Well, they
fat
would have
dick?
to know.
Yeah,
they would
well-
have to know, like we know. Like if we went back to 618, we're like, listen.
So what? You'd go give them a little. This is a laptop. You open it up. We have a thing called YouTube. You get on it
Yeah.
and you just search, and that's where we live. So if you want to come there, I'll trade you.
Yeah, they would trade in a heartbeat. But if you like wanted to go to the future where everybody could read everybody's minds and no one had dicks anymore because we all reproduce through
Yeah,
genetic
if I lost that,
engineering.
you'd have to just, it'd be over.
Yeah.
If you lose the
but
dick,
there's
it's
like an
gone.
orgasm button that's attached to this helmet that you carry around with you because there's no more oxygen on Earth. And everybody's breathing some new gas
Some
that's
new
way
gas.
better. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think right now it's pretty fucking good. I'm happy with today. I like it.
So no era you'd go to.
No. If I could come back,
I'd go to like 1492, I think.
that'd be a good time. See what it'd be like when they landed.
Yeah, Columbus, and I'd be a fucking wicked pirate. I think I'd make a good pirate.
You definitely make. There are a lot of homos though. Let you know. No
There
homo.
wouldn't be any- there
Nothing
wouldn't-
wrong with that. Pirates are gay. A lot of pirates are gay.
I would be
which
an
makes sense
ungay
because they're dudes on a
pirate.
boat. The ungay pirate.
The unpaid pirate.
You better sleep with one
They'd
eye
come
open.
me and they'd come at me and I'd say, no, this
That's
this
what your
captain
eye-
don't play that, homie.
Your eye patch would be
Yeah.
this high sleeping.
Yeah, no. I would bring. we'd
Yeah, I
have
mean it
mermaids
makes
and
sense,
stuff.
right? With the scarves and the crazy earrings, they're all gay. Makes sense. Just banging each other. That's what they were doing, man. That's a fact. I'm not making that up.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think I'd go back to the Mongol days.
Yeah?
I'd like to see
Genghis Khan?
I'd like to see just what that would look like when they would take over a city and kill 1 million people.
And rape and pillage.
Like, yeah, insane. They didn't have any respect for anybody that didn't live in tents. That's how gangster those people are. They're like, you live in a house, you fucking bitch? They didn't even treat you like you were a person.
I live in a tent with fire.
That's all they lived, felt tents everywhere. They just
Yeah, I
took
don't-
them everywhere, nomadic people.
So that would be your one stop.
I would like to see what that was like.
What if you could? All right, what if you could go
too.
back and then if you died, you'd come back here? So that would be that. So like if you went,
that would be a place you would
brought
definitely
your samurai sword, yeah.
Yeah, that would be a place where you could be pretty assured that you were going to die.
Would Genghis open arms welcome you into the clan?
If I came back with
what
an
would
iPhone,
you be? Yeah, what would you be? Yeah, for sure,
I'd be like,
or a lighter.
Dude, I got some shit to show you. First
Zippo.
of all, I'd have to tell him about Dan Carlin's Wrath of the Khan audio series. Let's play it for him.
You'd give him a phone.
This is all wrong.
You'd give him a phone, but there'd be no satellite tower, so it would be no.
Right. I would have to have some recorded
preloaded
shit
on them. Yeah,
some preloaded shit.
Huh.
Some videos and movies and stuff.
And what would you wear? You'd have to. I mean, would you come in? Would you come in
just in case
Genghis
they got
Khan
crazy
gear, or would you show up in like 2018 thermal optical lens glasses? I mean, like you're like ready.
Full riot police.
Full riot.
Yeah, with if I could bring anything, I would for sure be locked and loaded. I want guns strapped to my hips, knives, fucking fully automatic.
If you show up with a gun to Genghis Khan, you now become Genghis Khan.
I shoot him right in the dick immediately and take over.
All of a sudden, he's not worthy because you have a fully automatic assault rifle.
I climb on the roof and just start jacking dudes. Predator style. There's a new sheriff in town, like for sure.
And then
can you imagine?
Be reading about
Wasn't
Rogan.
that a movie like that? Wasn't that Jean-Claude Van Damme, Time Cop?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Remember that shit? They went back in time and he had a machine gun. Someone did. They went back in time and fucked people up and stole like Civil War gold. Remember that?
But just like the movies say, I think if you fucked shit up,
you ruin everything.
Yeah, you might be in there just mowing people down with a machine gun, and then you would just vanish.
Right,
You'd be
maybe
gone.
your mom
Would you
doesn't
vanish
exist.
though? You'd have to, right?
Probably.
Or now that you're in this time, are you no longer in our time?
Yeah, the timeline changes. The
because
future.
you're there now, and
look at this. See, this guy's got fucking machine guns. Check this shit out.
It turns out going back in
Watch
time
this.
is a pretty easy way to make money.
Look at this. See these guys. Where are you from, mister? I'm from the future, faggot.
He's already out of the bottle. The technology is there.
So that would be you meeting Genghis Khan, and would you learn a little bit of his language? You think, or you just try and go in there with your iPhone and Google Text? Yeah,
Google
that
won't work without the internet. I think that the only way you would be able to communicate with him, you would have to learn his language.
For sure.
Yeah, that would be. How hard would it be to learn? Do they even know how to say Mongol language anymore? I don't think they even understand what the sounds were. I think they're just guessing. I don't think they.
So you'd almost have to go back, grab one, bring him here.
Yeah, you'd have to have them teach
in-home teach you.
I don't know if they know how those people talked back then. I think there's some real speculation.
Because you'd be so smart and know so much, but you couldn't communicate.
Right. Yeah.
There's no, like, it's not like going to Mexico now where we kind of know cerveza. You know?
Right.
You're right.
Yeah. Well, like, you think that's the same with the Mayans. And that was only 1,000 years ago. We don't totally know how they were talking. There's a lot of like speculation. They're still translating a lot of those ancient Mayan ruins and the text on them.
In Cancun, that's where, like, Tulum.
Yeah.
When I went to Tulum, I went to Chichen Itza, which is out 3 miles.
I went there once. It's amazing.
Dude, how the fuck did you take the tour?
Yeah. We had a professor take us on a tour.
So amazing, right? And they talk about all the rituals and all how they drink out of the snow days, and then they tell me that how they would cut their testicles, and I was like, wait, what? And they're like, yeah, that's how the shaman or the grand master, whatever the head religious guy, I don't know what I'm an idiot when it comes to that, but they knew they're very smart, right? They knew astrology and they knew when eclipses and what were coming. So he would wait for the eclipse to come, knowing that 3 minutes later it's going to just go ahead and pass. But all the people that were with him had no idea. They didn't know, right? They had no idea that it was going to stop. They thought they had done something wrong. The gods were punishing them with darkness. So when the darkness comes, he like cuts himself and offers his blood to the gods. Moon, sun comes back out.
Dick blood, huh?
Dick ball blood.
Ball blood.
Ball blood.
That's some precious blood.
Precious blood. And at that moment I was like, so wait a minute, you were just tricking these people? I've been tricked my whole life. I go to fucking church and I've been tricked my entire life. Like, you just tell these people that don't know enough, and you knew the real, but you told them it wasn't. Wait a minute. What's going on here? And I sat back and thought, and I was like,
you probably had to do what you got to do to control those people back then. Goddamn savages. You
Yeah.
gotta show them a little ball
so
blood.
what about today? So what about today? We got to.
You're not playing any fucking games.
Yeah,
Cutting
no-
my balls.
balls.
Look, I'm controlling the sun.
Bam.
Covered it with the moon, bitch.
And now everyone's like, oh my God, you brought light back.
yeah, otherwise
You know everything.
you have to.
And you have a machine gun.
Yeah, you got a machine gun too, bitch.
But I only have 30 rounds, so you couldn't get up there and really, couldn't really, I mean, unless you came armed up, but how long would those bullets last you? Because there's no way you're making a new bullet.
Yeah, everybody has to see it too, because they're not going to believe you. You have to shoot everybody.
And if you
'Cause only
brought a
shoot few
fucking machine
people-
gun back to the Mayans, what do the guns I'm playing with today look like?
Ooh, yeah, no kidding, right? Yeah,
You'd fuck shit up
fuck shit up.
for thousands of years.
That's the thing about guns, though. They get a little better over time, but you can have a gun from 10 years ago and it's state of the art.
But I believe those guns 10 years ago, 100 years ago, are built better than the shit ones today.
Then the shit ones, yeah, but they still make real good guns today too.
Sure.
But that's the thing. The thing is, like, it's weird. The technology of guns is sort of in like you don't need it. Like with bows, one of the things about compound bows is a lot of people want to know the new models every year.
Yeah.
Because they get better.
Sure.
But they don't really. Guns don't get that much better. Like a gun from 10 years ago is still a badass gun.
Well,
You
like
get
I have a
top the
bunch of
line.
Henry rifles, right? Mm-hmm. The Henry rifle from years, all American made from years ago to the same gun they sent out. It's the same gun.
Yeah, yeah. They nailed it.
Nailed
they got it.
Got it.
Yeah, but so I wonder how much innovation is, how much room for it.
Well,
unless
until
they
we
come up
start
with new
doing laser
materials.
shit, like
Yeah.
different, I mean, they got to reamp.
You know what
the
drives
ante.
me crazy about lasers? Like Star Wars type shit. How come I could see them? How come I could see them?
Because there's clearly
They're-
fog in the room. You didn't see
They're
them
moving too slow.
with the lightsaber. They hit the
They're
thing
moving so
and
slow.
foam.
Bullets are so much faster than lasers. You see them, choo, 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 choo.
Maybe
They're
it's that
so-
long of a shot. Maybe their bullet is that long.
I think like a flying lightsaber.
Yeah, like. Joof, joof,
Oh, I never even thought about it that way.
They're sending big laser
Right.
beam.
Right. Oh, okay.
Not doesn't hit you, but it just keeps going.
Right. I didn't think about it that way. Like you're shooting like crossbow bolts of lasers.
Yes.
Ooh.
Of burning hot. Is a laser hot?
It's got to be, right?
Or is it cold?
Well, there are cold lasers. I had a bulging disc once, and I went to this therapist. They put cold laser on it. I don't know, but I like this idea.
And then
of
she said, "Come
flying-
back 3 more times this week, and we'll get you in."
They just kept doing it. It just wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't think it really worked, but but the cold bursts. I think the laser bursts. If it was like that, like flying lightsabers, holy shit!
Yeah, I think the bullets were just huge until you let off the trigger.
Still too slow. See if you can find like a scene from Star Wars 1 where they're shooting at each other. Those bitches, it's slower than an arrow. Like they're not moving that fast. Like if you try to watch an arrow coming from a compound bow, it's
No way.
harder to follow.
So you couldn't catch it.
Yeah, no chance.
No chance.
No chance. No, 280 feet a second.
No
You
chance.
ain't catching shit. But those bolts from those laser guns look slower than that.
And you're probably right. You wouldn't the new laser. You wouldn't. There's no way you'd see it.
You wouldn't see shit.
But that's just theatrical for a movie, so
I
you
know.
just see it coming.
But it just makes me feel like they think I'm an asshole.
So when you take this time travel, so if you could go forward or back, you would go back.
100%.
I would too.
Yeah.
I would too.
I'm a human. I don't think there's a good future for humans. I think we're going to be something different.
So you think if you shoot forward, you might be the only one in there?
Yeah, there might be no more people. Everybody's an
And
android.
now you're in a cage getting probed.
Oh, for sure. They're going to test you. I can't
Yeah.
believe we found one of these.
What?
It's like if
They're
they found
real.
a Tasmanian tiger or something like that. Like, holy fuck, lock it up.
Look,
You ever
probe
see
it.
the video of the last Tasmanian tiger? Jamie, see if you can find a video of the last Tasmanian tiger. It died in a zoo, I want to say in like 1930. What's
Sad.
interesting is they think they're still alive. But Australia is so big. Australia is as big as the United States. There it is. That's a Tasmanian tiger. That was the last.
What, just butt stripes?
It's a marsupial predator. It's the last like real mammal predator or marsupial predator that lived in Australia. That's what it was like. It was like a crazy dog-looking thing. But they've found, look at the mouth open picture of it. Look at that fucking mouth on that thing. That is crazy. But there are people that are real reasonable people that believe that there's still a few of those that exist in the wild. There's been enough sightings of these things that they think that, what is the actual name of that thing? It's got a crazy name. Thysaline, right? Yeah. How does it spell? Thycaline. Thylacine? Whatever it is. That would be us. Being one of those fucking cages. The last person just wandering around. Looking around. Stupid. While the robots are all
So if you could
us.
bring one person, would you bring a best friend or would you bring a female counter?
You gotta bring a chick, bro.
You got to, right?
Got to.
You got to.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to.
I'm with you. Because you want to bring your friend, like, bro.
Yeah, look, I love to hang out with you, but you know,
you know how this
I don't want to
be. I don't want to be the last guy in a cave in China.
Yeah.
Without some pussy.
No. Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
But if I was a pirate, then I guess it would be okay.
What was the gay cowboy movie? What was that movie?
Broke back.
Yeah, we ain't going there.
No, we ain't going there. We are not going there.
It's a little too intense, bro. There's fears that shall not be conquered. No disrespect to the gay friends out there listening. Cheers to you.
Hey, cheers to you.
Yeah, man. I would definitely go in the past just to see what it was like in ancient Egypt or ancient Rome. I mean, I just got back from Italy,
Right.
and we checked out Pompeii,
Of course.
you know, and you're wandering around where all these people died almost instantly from volcanic ash, 20 feet high.
And you saw like they chipped it away, and you could see the.
Yeah. There's one where they found recently where a dude got hit in the head by a flying boulder. You just see his skeleton and a giant rock where his head would be. It's a way to go.
Yeah, I mean, you're like, nothing.
Doom, done, blackness, DMT world.
DMT. Is that where we go, you think?
Maybe. There it is. Look at that. Isn't that
Wow.
crazy?
Not kind of got him.
Oh.
Got him.
Look at that. Look at the article. It says, fuck Pompeii. But fuck this man in particular.
Man, got
Whoever
him.
wrote that, that's hilarious.
And you think was blowing from the mountain?
Yep. Big chunks of rock that got spewed out of this volcano.
Wow.
Yeah. The whole thing's crazy. Like when you're wandering around Pompeii and just realize
Look,
that
he
these
looks
people,
like he's face forward.
he got hit in the mug.
Right, like he saw, like,
Yeah.
oh!
Right.
Duh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I didn't even think
Right?
of that.
He wasn't running.
Oh, look at that one, man. That is fucked.
Is that just volcanic ash
Yeah,
mummification?
just preserved with volcanic ash. Look at his teeth. That is insane.
And it's spooky. This guy is coming on my next trip for sure.
Show up.
Yeah, he's gonna show up. Yeah.
Fuck, man, that is the way to go. Volcanoes, man. Yeah, I have a friend who goes to the Big Island every year for Thanksgiving. And I'm like, you going back? He's like, fuck yeah. I'm like, you're crazy. You're going back? That thing's on fire.
On
I
fire.
go, what if it splits in half and sprays out? Like, it's taking over.
Then we made the gods mad.
Yeah, Pele. Pele's pissed.
Pissed.
Well, what area do you think you go to the Wild West? Where do you
Well,
think you would go?
You know, I rounded towards pirates, but then you superly whipshot me back. So yeah, we'd probably be.
How about Lewis and Clark? If you could go on a Lewis and Clark expedition, how wild would that be? Make your way across the unknown. No one knew what the fuck was out there.
What the fuck?
Just taking a chance, trying to walk across the United States.
I mean, that's almost as saying the same era I wanted to go when Columbus was trying to, like, you know what, let's just sail across this flat Earth.
Yeah. They knew it wasn't flat.
And now we're back
then.
to flat.
Yeah. Oh, some people.
We discovered it wasn't flat, and now we're back to flat. And I have this argument with people, and I said, while doing the pilot school that I'm in, like, you have to keep adjusting for the curvature of the Earth.
No, it's not real.
It's not real.
No, the world's flat as fuck.
Flat as fuck.
It's flat like that TV. It's just a lack of education. It's an interesting thing too because it shows you how distracted people are. But they want to argue about something that's already been figured out.
And the videos and the literature that people come up with for these is insane. Like if you Google flat Earth, by the time the
flat
video,
Earth.
by the time it's done, you're like, God damn, it might be flat.
And they're gonna put this in a video. Cowboy realizes the Earth is flat.
He had a lot of good points there. Shit.
Yeah, if he's not sitting across from Neil deGrasse Tyson, because if he was, Neil deGrasse Tyson would be like, hold on, that's not how it works. Hold on, that's wrong. Hold on, this is why we know that's incorrect.
See, I don't have the knowledge to be able to check people.
But you do know that you have to constantly readjust for the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah, I know that. But
so when you're listening
that's
to someone,
my one fact, and then the rest of them, they're like, and then I'm like, huh.
The crazy one's the water.
Yeah,
they're like, water. Water doesn't stay on a curve. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. It does.
That's gravity.
It's called the oceans.
Yeah.
And if gravity's not real, where the fuck do you think waves come from, bitch?
Dude, and what do they say? There's a glacier all around holding a 700-foot wall.
There's an ice wall around the outside edge, and then the government protects the ice wall.
But
won't let you see it.
Why would they? Okay, this is just me. I'm nobody. I'm just Joe Blow reading an article. Why would NASA and the government spend millions, billions, trillions, right, to protect the fact that it's around Earth when it's flat? To me, I would say, oh, we live on a flat Earth.
This is where it gets even stupider, because
how would it affect my day-to-day?
They're trying to protect us from the truth, or shield the truth from us, that we live in an incredible, special environment. We live in the firmament that's protected by a dome. And that the creator is real, and that all the elite powers want to keep this information from you. It's basically people that don't have an education, that are failures, that use all their energy misplaced to make these videos that don't make any sense. They figured it out, man.
They make sense. They make sense to me. I'm the dummy that watches like,
Well, it's because anyone making a video where no one's interrupting you, no one's telling you you're incorrect, you're allowed to just continue
to watch,
saying bullshit things over and over and over again unchecked. And so if you listen to this, and they use big words, and they sound smooth and confident.
And they have, degrees
charts
behind them and charts.
Yeah, graphs.
And I'm like, clearly the picture shows
they
ice
definitely
wall.
don't have degrees. There ain't nobody with a degree out there that's telling you there's an ice wall.
I don't know, man. You can get some pretty shoddy degrees lately.
Well, there was an article recently about schizophrenia, and I think anybody that thinks is really in the ice wall and they have a degree, they should probably go to a doctor. They're probably on some sort of medication, and something's wrong. There's some sort of the levels are off. If you really think there's an ice wall around a plate, the Earth's shaped like a plate.
So are they just pumping? They're just pumping oxygen in, or our natural habitat creates it? Do they believe that?
That's a good question. They don't believe in gravity, so I don't know what they believe in. They think.
And what happens when we send rockets into? It hits the dome.
Those are all fake, bro. Rockets are fake. Satellites are fake. You know what else is fake?
Australia.
Dinosaurs.
No,
they don't believe in dinosaurs.
But you want to know what's really funny?
Will you show me, Jamie?
Australia's fake too.
We just saw the mummy from the volcanic.
Yeah.
Right? Is he fake? He's real.
It might be fake.
He's
I don't
a real.
even know. We just looked at a picture on Google. We
but
really
the internet
didn't
is real.
that
If it's on the internet, it's real.
The dude who got hit in the head with the rock is real as fuck.
Real as fuck. So the dinosaur that got hit by a rock, he's fake?
Could be. I wasn't there.
Neither was I.
65 million years ago is a long time.
Yeah, especially when the Earth's only 6,000 years old, Joe.
They have one thing on their side, and this is the one thing on their side. This is one of the reasons why they make this argument. It's because when dinosaur bones were first discovered, when they were first discovered, there was a whole race to find dinosaur bones, and there was a lot of fuckery. There was a bunch of people that were faking things and piecing things together that didn't work, and hiding bones and saying they found them. They were just trying to make a name for themselves. But that's just greedy human nature in the face of an actual real discovery that's very valuable. And that discovery was that they're dinosaurs, that there was a gigantic breed of lizards that roamed the earth millions of years ago.
Yeah, and so and all that's just propaganda. So you're saying in Colorado, on the side of the mountain by Red Rocks, they have a whole closed-off section where they're just
doing excavations.
Yeah, and huge, giant feet print in that in the rock that you can go up and touch. Probably 4 or 5 different species of badass lizards.
My friend John, he knows a dude who owns a ranch in Montana, and they found a T-Rex on this guy's ranch. They pulled a T-Rex out of this guy's ranch. They found it in the ground, and they gave him a fuckload of money for it. It was like, if they find some sort of discovery like that, that's worth $1 million.
It has to be.
Yeah, it has to be.
But that's fake? He
they
buried
found
that?
No, it's real as fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
They found this one thing that was poking up, and he brought in these archaeologists. What would they be?
Dude, I would sell all but a tooth.
No.
You telling me you wouldn't have a T-Rex tooth hanging on a necklace?
Fuck yeah, I'd keep one tooth.
One tooth?
What is a person who searches for dinosaur bones?
Like, you have a bear tooth hanging, I have a fucking T-Rex tooth.
Is it an archaeologist? Right, but I was thinking archaeology being human history.
No, archaeology is what your wife does.
Paleontology?
That's what they do because they're always digging up old shit.
Oh, that's so true.
Yes,
That is so true.
They come at you with shit from
Get her
years ago,
goddamn
like,
Indiana
come
Jones
on.
hat. Get her a whip. Oh. Yeah, paleontologist. Yeah, so they called in a paleontologist. The paleontologist started cleaning off whatever this was, and then he's like, "Holy fuck!" He's like, "This is a goddamn T-Rex." And apparently, it's like a lot of it. You know, sometimes it's like you only find like a couple of bones.
Yeah,
they found a lot of shit. I would like to see that, man. If I could go back one of them Jurassic Park.
So now we're going
wheels,
back.
I'd like to see that too.
Now we're going all the way back.
Footprints in
Yeah,
Red
that's Colorado right there.
That is fucking insane.
Insane. So, what the fuck?
That is insane. Yeah.
Do you know how much time that would take to falsify that? Like they go in there with, all right, so you got to brainwash 5 people and tell them what we're gonna do is we're gonna go chip this rock out because we got to fucking fake a bunch of people.
Have you seen this in person?
Yeah, I've been there. Walked all. You can crawl all over it.
You can walk on it?
You
They
can
let
walk
you
on it.
walk
You
on
can
it?
walk on it. Well, see that little gate right there? If you back out a little bit,
Yeah.
see that little gate. But that's just a little gate.
There it is right there, that little girl.
Yeah.
Standing there. That's crazy, man.
I mean, that's right there in Colorado.
Wow.
Right by Red Rocks. Yeah, exactly. It's right there.
Man, it's hard to book a gig in Red Rocks, man. They're booked up to like 2021, 22.
You can do a live show.
I was trying
in
to do a
That would
gig in
be
Red Rocks.
Fucking epic.
I was trying, but I could only get like Tuesday nights.
Hey,
Tuesday
man,
nights up until like
you know what Tuesday night's better than?
2022.
You know what Tuesday night's better than?
Never.
Never. No
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Be fucking
pretty
awesome.
dope.
I'm gonna need a couple tickets to that.
All right, hook it up.
I need a couple tickets.
So the people don't believe the Earth is believe the Earth is flat, not round. They don't believe in dinosaurs. They don't believe in nuclear weapons either.
Wow.
That's the other one. Nuclear weapons are a hoax.
Hoax.
Yeah, only a few people don't believe Australia is a hoax, and a lot of people say that's disinformation and discredits
So
the flat Earth movement.
They were saying their planes fly upside down and shit, and that's all upside down. And
Where are
like,
the Australians coming from? Because Kyle Noakes in Australia right now. I could probably call him.
He's probably a government agent, bro. You should be careful.
Shit.
Any phone call you make to him is just going straight to the Illuminati.
You
and then
know,
patched out
damn.
to you.
I'll call Kyle. Kyle, are you in Australia? Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you got to be real careful. Yeah. What does he do? Is he retired now?
He's coming back. He's trying to come back.
Really?
Well, the problem is he didn't fight his UFC career out
Oh.
when he retired.
So they
he-
still have him under contract.
under contract.
For how many more fights?
Don't know. I didn't get into that.
So
with
he
him.
wanted to retire and fight somewhere else.
I think he just wanted to retire, but now he's got the itch again because the itch comes. So he's like, yeah, fuck it, I'll come back, do maybe whatever. And they're like, no, you come back with us or you don't come back at all. Contracts.
Legal agreements. Tricky world we live in.
And I figure if he was a government agent, he could sweep that under the rug, right?
Yeah, but then it'd be too obvious. It's part of the cover. The part of the cover is you get him locked in the contract, so he becomes one of the regular working men.
He is a working man.
And he could say to you, damn, stuck
Damn, they
here in
got
this
me.
goddamn contract. And you're like, you're one of us, Kyle. Meanwhile, he's wearing a wire.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, damn you, Kyle. Is the earth flat, Kyle?
It's definitely not.
Is the
These
WADA?
poor
The WADA?
bastards-
Is that how they say it? WADA?
World Anti-Doping Agency?
No, the Australians say
Oh, the
water.
water, mate.
No, that's water.
The water's upside down, mate.
Your mum. Your
the
mum.
water. Yeah. Yeah, they're a different breed of human over there.
God.
They
Well.
they evolved for hundreds
Because
of
they're
years.
prisoners.
Yeah.
We just, what a great idea.
Bring them to the best place on earth.
And drop them.
Yeah.
See ya.
But the
And
stupidest
the
thing
prisoners
for
are
England,
like, yes. Wait, I'm not getting the death. Oh, you're just dropping me on a super badass island that's bigger than the one you're on.
bigger than when you're on, way better weather, gorgeous.
And then they dropped all these prisoners off, and they started like crazy hierarchy. And the ones that didn't really make it just went into the bush.
Yeah.
And they're still there today.
And then there's the Aborigines who are already there. And then on top of that, hot chicks. I don't know what they did. They grow them hot out there in Australia. Something about the prisoner genes, the wild prisoner genetics.
Oh,
Something about that wild fucking criminal gene.
well, most of the wild criminal genes are the crazy alpha male guys, man.
Yeah.
The guys that they're like the weaker 2018 liberals are saying, whoa, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. A lot of control going on today.
You can't do that, so you're going to Australia.
Yeah, you used the word faggot.
You used the word faggot. Damn.
That's one of the last words.
So have I ever told you
right
I got in trouble with the UFC for saying faggot? I'm not allowed to say it anymore.
But you already just did.
I know.
We didn't call somebody it. You're just making the noise.
Yeah, this is like a shell. We're in a bubble.
Okay.
So it's Vegas. I'm drinking all night. They had me do this show at 8 a.m. on Sunday morning to reflect the fight. It was me and CM Punk. And I'm reflecting the fight that DC had with Anderson Silva, who I respect, appreciate, great dude. I didn't like the way DC fought that fight. So when somebody asked me about it, I said, man, he went out there like a fucking faggot and held him,
Yikes.
He didn't fight to win.
Right.
Well, that was completely out of context. I didn't mean that. Like, I didn't mean like he was a homosexual. I just say faggot like you're a bitch, like you're a punk. So I have to explain myself. UFC makes me put on this rainbow shirt and tell them I apologize.
Put on a rainbow shirt?
Rainbow.
Oh, rainbow. They made you put on a rainbow shirt?
Rainbow shirt, the PR team, and apologize, and because
that seems homophobic in and of itself.
Well, I have all the gay activist rights coming after me now. They're wanting money. How strange is that? They want money from me because I offended.
You have to donate.
I have to donate.
You should donate.
I did have to donate. I did donate. So, anyways, I tried to get on and explain myself. I said, man, I didn't call him a faggot like a faggot. I called him a faggot like a bitch. And that backfired big time. Yeah, and I mean that's just how I talk. When if I called you a punk bitch faggot, that's just me. That's just what I say.
Right.
I don't mean it in any other way other than that.
But the thing is, here's the thing, right?
And I don't mean
homophobia is bad, right? But are words bad? Like, what if you feel the same way? Like, is it a real issue?
6 beers in, I have to pee so bad.
Go ahead, pee.
All right. You got to pick your beer consumption up.
Yeah, I'm 3 in.
All right, take a break.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I think all words are dependent upon the context and your intent. Like, what do you mean? If you say to someone, like, come on, bitch, like, and they're your friend, that it's fun. But if you say to someone, come on, bitch, and then you hate them, those exact same words are taking on a totally different meaning. And that's the same thing with every word, except the N-word. The N-word, it's like, it's so toxic, you can't even use it joking around, and you definitely can't use it the way you could say almost any other word. So, like, I had a bit that I was trying out for a while, but I had abandoned it, where I was like, the N-word's one word that you can't even call yourself. Like, you can't even say, God, I'm such an N-word. Because people get fucking mad at you. You can't even say it, but here's the catch. If you're a black guy, you could toss that shit around like a beach ball at a concert, and it's fine. And if you're a black girl, you could use it as well, although a little more sparingly, please. Right? They can't use it the same amount. Black girls tend to use it just a little bit more leniently. But they could do whatever they want with that word. It's one of the more fascinating words, I think, in human history in terms of like its impact, what it means, and how it can ruin your career. Like, didn't that one congressman have to resign because Sacha Baron Cohen had him yelling out the N-word? Right? What was he?
If it was just because of that, but that probably was on the list of things.
What was he, a rep? What did he do? Was he a representative?
A state rep in Georgia, maybe?
Dude, speaking of the future, what is up with that commode you got in there? That thing does everything?
Yeah, it does everything.
Oh, my God.
Shoots hot water up your asshole.
Woo! Wee.
It's warm when you sit down. It's wonderful. Heated. Yeah.
You would fit in great with the Pirates if you said, guys, you
just trying to be clean, bro.
Come try my commode out. Give you a little hot shower.
You're not a homophobic guy. I know you're not. But
no.
it's one of those things where if you say it, I guess if you're a gay person and you hear someone say it, you'd be really upset like they're being homophobic. The problem is like the word bitch is not good enough in certain situations. And they're trying to get that one too. Remember W. Kamau Bell wouldn't say, he says he doesn't say bitch anymore. I'm like, all right, dude. You're self-censoring. We're limiting language.
I did this podcast with Wolfman on Sirius, and he tells me that and I'm not a homophobic at all. I just caught me off guard. I didn't know how to take it when he told me that he experiments. He didn't kind of know if he liked boys or girls, and I was like,
oh, Jason Ellis?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I was like, what? Like, you don't know what you like? He's like, yeah, I've been to a couple parties, and I just go both ways, and we just have groups of people, and sometimes it'd be groups of guys, and I was just scratching my head and like, okay. I didn't know how to take that, and I didn't,
if you don't expect it.
and I've known him for years, and he dropped this ball on me, and I was like, man, I didn't know how to take it. It caught me off guard. It was weird, you know? And he's like, what do you think? You think, like, I like girls, but I also like, or I thought I liked guys. And what I wanted to say and what I said were two different things, It's like,
what'd you want to say?
I wanted to say, man, no offense, but man, you put a dick in your mouth and you are a faggot. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying?
But so now you're changing the meaning
I know,
of it
I understand that, but that's what I wanted to say.
That's what you wanted to say?
That's what the inner me was wanting to say. And and I just looked at him like, fuck, what? Like, I was just so blown back by it.
But why is that shocking if people are definitely gay?
It's not.
Right?
Yeah.
It's shocking because you didn't expect it.
I didn't expect it.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not shocking that someone's gay.
No.
It's like there's a lot of gay people.
Right.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
I don't care at all.
Nor do I.
But when you don't expect someone to be gay, and then you're like, whoa. Because then you thought that he was like you. Like you and I, we're just a couple of straight guys hanging out. But meanwhile...
He was not.
He is the one thing that is odd with me with people that say things like that is that they go sometimes I like guys and sometimes I like girls. Like I couldn't imagine what would that would be like. Like you're not sure. You're not sure.
That's what I mean. Like, what do you mean you don't know?
Sometimes
like,
you're straight, sometimes you're not.
Like Joe, no matter what, every time I go to Baskin Robbins, I get vanilla. Like that's.
Do you?
That's what I'm going for.
You don't fuck with strawberry?
Rocky
Road.
Sometimes I'll dabble in there, but if you brought me back vanilla, I'm gonna like that. It's not like sometimes I go there.
But that's
sometimes
just you,
I like true.
Right? I mean, there's people that they're just wired different. There's nothing wrong with it as long as he's not trying to fuck you.
But why would that be a problem all of a sudden?
It'll be a problem if you don't want to fuck him.
True. He was coming on to me.
That makes you realize what it's like to be a girl in the most insignificant of ways. Because with a girl, it's obviously more dangerous because guys are bigger than you and they can actually hold you down and fuck you. But when you're around gay guys, I used to work out at a gay gym when I was doing news radio.
Right.
I worked at Gold's Gym in Cole, and I used to describe it. I was a tasty little morsel in a big gay stew. It was the closest gym to the studio. It's a great gym, but it was filled with aggressive gay guys that had like those
aggressive.
They had those scrunchy socks, like fucking. They were in a music video from the 1980s, like they were flash dance socks. These guys like Timberlands and stuff,
right.
and like super tan and roided up and just hitting on each other left and right with leather vests on. I mean, it was crazy. It was such a crazy scene. And when you go there, you realize that these guys are they're like leering at you. They're not looking at you like a guy. Like, what's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah,
What's
no,
up?
they were,
you know, using the triceps. You know, no, it wasn't that.
They'd be looking at you if you walked into an all-female lesbian super smoke show gym. That's how you'd be looking all of them like, oh.
Yeah, but I guess. If you
What
walked
do you mean
into
all
lesbian because all lesbian gym, they probably look like Tom Arnold.
No, but in my fantasy that I'm in, they're all like super hot fitness models, like in there working out, hitting each other with pillows.
If they were legit lesbians, they'd be like, "What the fuck are you looking at?"
Yeah,
then it'd be back the same. Then you would be the perpetrator.
Yeah, you'd be feeling like the guys look at you and you're like, "What the fuck are you looking at?"
Yeah, I mean, the real thing is, I feel like gay and straight people, everybody can get along fine as long as everyone's on the same page,
right?
And as long as they're not trying to fuck you if you don't want it, and you're not trying to fuck them if they don't want it. Like if you're not trying to fuck these lesbians because you respect the fact they only like girls, that's all great, and the gay guys aren't trying to fuck you. But the thing is, you can't tell by looking at someone.
Can we get mad at the double standard? Though you're saying, hey, these gay guys, they say sometimes, but what about these girls that are like, well, I sometimes like girls and sometimes I like guys and girls. And then you're listening and like, yeah, that sounds like a pretty good idea.
It does sound like a good idea, and I think we should shut the fuck up about that. Otherwise, they're going to get insecure. They got to stop that practice. Let them keep going. Have a good time.
But all of a sudden, if a guy's like, well, I sound like guys, I sound like girls. Hey, Joe, you want to come on the guy trip? And
exactly.
You're like,
we're hypocrites.
No, I don't.
We're hypocrites, yeah. But there's something about for straight guys, the idea of a guy fucking you or making you suck his dick is the most horrific thing.
It'd be right next to the cave diving experience for me. The nightmares would be...
But I have zero ill will towards them, and I don't have any problem with them in any way in society, in any way, shape, or form. I'm not even remotely homophobic. I like gay people.
Sure.
But there's a reality that gay dudes are dudes, and dudes are kind of gross, and they will try to fuck you. You know, and that's the one thing. I had a friend of mine who was a wardrobe guy, and he was a gay guy, and he was always telling me about these straight dudes that he would lure them in and turn them and get them to suck his dick. He's hilarious.
My wrestling coach tells stories about that about college, how the gay guys would fuck the football players. And I'm like, wait, the big bad football college guys are getting what? Yeah, and same thing. You tell
there's
they love it. They love to turn this like
just like a guy would love to turn a lesbian.
That would be a mission, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I used to have a joke about that guys believe in gay guys. Like, I believe in gay guys, but I don't really believe in lesbians. I think they think they're lesbians, but that's just because they ain't got a hold of this sweet dick yet.
They ain't got me. I turn
That's
them.
how every guy looks at a lesbian. Like, yeah, I know she thinks she's a lesbian. Let me fuck her a couple times and be nice to her.
Bro, like, I can eat pussy way better than another girl, I feel.
They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they
don't
know
have the kind of endurance.
Jeez.
There's no way.
And I brought the dick.
Yes.
You know, like, not only did I eat your pussy, and
I brought the dick.
And I brought the dick.
Yeah. Yeah, so men don't necessarily totally believe in lesbians. But they 100% believe in gay dudes.
Then why don't butch girls act more like super? I mean, they do. They cut their hair and they wear.
Some of them do.
But the gay guys all got the snap and the priss. Like, what?
No, they don't though. There's some fucking like beefy bodybuilder gay dudes that look like straight guys.
Yeah,
you can't tell. Yeah,
until they slap your ass in the gym, tell you good set.
Like, whoa.
I don't
get
a beer
spot,
after this,
kind sir. You stop right there. It's like there should be a way to tell. Like they have different markings, you know, like different kinds of birds. Like, oh, that's a female. It's a female bird. See those extra feathers?
But what if it's a transgender now?
Oh, now you don't know what.
What if it's wearing female feathers, but
who? That's an odd one, right? Because that's one that like we didn't think about. We're kids.
You have children, so how do you feel about if your little girl has to go to the bathroom, but there's a guy, girl in there?
Well,
like what draws the line?
I would hope that either way, like if your son is going into the bathroom and there's some pedophile child molester that preys on boys and he has to be a guy and he's in that bathroom, it has nothing to do with your sexual orientation. It has to do with you being a predator and a piece of shit.
Sure.
But that could happen for straight people just as easily as it happened for gay people, just as easily as it happened for trans people. It's someone who's willing to prey on smaller people that are vulnerable.
Well, I wasn't even going to the pedophile.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot
yeah.
of like trans people that would be more than happy to be really friendly to your daughter
Well, that's what I'm saying,
and
but
use
then
the
all of a
girls'
sudden,
room, and it wouldn't be an issue at all.
She pulls out a wiener and pees.
That could be an issue.
And your daughter's like,
What in the hell?
Dad.
Yeah. Right. But what if you had a girl who became a transgender girl and she has big tits, but she wanted to keep her dick?
Yeah.
And where'd she go? She's
talking
wearing a
about-
skirt, high heels right now, today. Where'd she go? Which bathroom she use?
I don't know. I want to say she's got the equipment.
Right.
She's got the equipment.
Full equipment.
Full equipment for the male.
For the
you
male.
know?
But she has tits. Like, here's a perfect example. Go to Bailey J's Twitter page.
I'm just saying that I think that would where she feels like a woman, but she
Right,
was
but
born
she's
a
got a
man.
dick.
Yeah, but she has a dick.
But she's as close. Bailey J is my favorite example. I hope she doesn't mind me using her because she's a transgender girl that like is as much a girl as you could possibly get while still having a dick. Like, see, look at that tit.
Right.
That confused the fuck out of you, right?
Yeah.
You're like, hey, what's going on here?
Boom.
Now go to her media page.
Did they kill her?
No, she's alive.
No.
Did they kill her?
Do they like
No. I mean,
message?
she pulls her
ruin
dick
her?
out. This is the thing. Like, she's got a giant dick. So she's got these big tits, and then, hey, there you go.
Oh man.
Yeah, so where does she pee? You know, I'm cool with her going to the girls' room.
And what? Yeah.
I mean, she's going to probably squat. It's not like she's going to stand there with her pants down, just hosing the wall, letting everybody know.
So do you feel? I mean, if she went into the men's room, that would cause more of a conflict.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
So for
something
her
like that?
safety, you're saying let her go into the female.
Yeah, not just for her safety, but just like who she identifies with. Look, it's a weird thing, right?
It's
Because
so
a trans
weird.
person is.
Do you go into the
that's
family
trans.
room? Do you go into the family
Right.
bathroom in between?
That's probably the
That's a safe bet.
It's ironic. She's anti. She's not going to make a family with what there's going on. That's so confusing.
That is so confusing. How does
She's not
that
gonna
happen?
Get pregnant. Yeah, I mean, it's
Not yet, but maybe in
Yeah,
our
100 years from
microwave,
now.
our
Yeah.
microwave machines, you can also have
Change
a
your
baby.
gender.
Change your gender.
That would be a way where transgender people would probably be the most happy, where they didn't have to like hormonally become a woman and through surgery but instead they just actually turn you into a woman. Bam. Microwave
Done.
you. Done.
Oh, you want to be a girl? Bing.
And maybe go back.
Well, if that's the case, yeah, if you could go there and back,
Yeah.
where do I sign up?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
Because I'm going. I'm going to go check this out.
See what it's like for a couple of days.
a week, go to Vegas.
Yeah. Let a couple dudes bang you.
Yeah. now that's another
Now
weird.
it's weird.
Now it's weird.
Now it's weird again.
Because you still have that memory when you back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're like, hey, I can't
Hey guys,
erase
I went
this.
to I
didn't
can't
wanna-
even tell my friends. Like, dude, I went to Vegas. It got
Still taste it.
loud. Yeah, oh my god.
It's always in the back of your throat.
Yeah, so yeah, that would have to be a don't
That would be
don't
a-
ever
Giant issue.
yuck. So yeah, you say you would try it,
Yeah.
but then you have to have the memory of trying it.
Yeah, you'd have to have the memory.
But you could maybe pass that you were a girl.
Maybe, but what if
Wow.
a guy's trying to fuck you? You'd be like, hey, no, dude. No.
No.
But he's like, but you're a girl.
Would you go random, or would you think you'd do a friend of yours that you? Like, would you give Eddie
have to
Bravo
do
a
it.
call? Like, Eddie, I heard some shit. Let's go.
Not only would I do a random, I would wear a mask, like fucking eyes wide shut. I'd be like, that's the way to go.
No, because you as a girl, you wouldn't look like you as a girl.
Right.
When you zzz
I'd
over.
be like hotter.
Hotter.
Yeah. I'd
Way
be really
attractive.
Pretty. I'd have curly hair.
Yeah, because goddamn,
Long eyelashes.
imagine if you zapped over to the female and you were just.
Right. Precious.
Yeah, you're the other
Yeah.
precious. Yeah, you.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you want
be a
this? Here you
problem.
go. That would be a problem.
That'd be a real problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
So they made you wear a rainbow shirt.
Yeah, rainbow shirt.
Isn't it
they
funny?
sold it.
I had a
They
bit
usually
about
sold
that too, about how gay people took over the rainbow. I'm like, it's theirs. The rainbow used to be in leprechauns, pots of gold. Nope, not anymore.
Not anymore.
They took that shit over. They own it.
I don't fully understand it. I'm sure someone will comment on your YouTube page here and tell you why.
They just took it over.
Why
People
they
are
took it
scared.
over? Why the rainbow?
Well, it's just beautiful. Everybody can fit along. It's beautiful colors. They're flamboyant. They like a lot of colors. Put all those colors together, like, yay, everyone's getting along.
But
Look at
are
the colors.
all of them flamboyant?
No.
Can you say all?
No, there's bears.
Right, there has to be.
Oh, there's bears, yeah.
Because some of the guys still like to do hunting.
Guy shit.
Guy
and then
shit.
Butt fuck. Yeah, fine. Nothing wrong with that. But the words is what kills them.
Yeah.
That F word.
That
Don't
F
say
word.
it.
Don't say it.
Donald Cerrone.
Donald Cerrone, you had to, please
Yeah,
make
but
a
it's
donation
like,
here.
It's one of those words that as growing up as kids, it didn't really mean a gay person. Like Louis C.K. had a whole bit about it. That it didn't mean you didn't, but we're supposed to evolve our vocabulary.
Yeah, like if I call you a
That's the
faggot,
idea.
I don't mean it like that. I just mean
Right, you don't mean this is a gay person who
when I
loves
call
men.
you a bitch, I don't mean you're a female dog. I just
Right.
mean you're. It's just. It's
right.
just.
It's the same word. It's just
Right.
like bitch is like level 1, but faggot is like the gold
10,
level.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, listen, we're not playing around.
I'm playing. You
Yeah.
said it. You. Right.
It really
It's
has-
like cunt. If I call a girl at the gas station here like
Mm-hmm.
you fucking cunt,
Ooh, that's
bro,
dangerous.
that's. I
Yeah.
went there. I
Yeah,
went
we're
to
on
the end.
DEFCON 5.
Yeah. But if we're in London or we're in the Nomads Land, Australia, and they just say, "Oh, you fucking cheeky cunt,"
Yeah.
you know,
They think it's
cunt,
funny.
cunt. Yeah, it's just the
New
word they
Zealand.
use. Yeah. So I guess because they use it all. I mean, I don't know. Just words are words.
Yeah, words are words. But it's if they're ineffective, and also.
But they hurt so bad.
Yeah, some of them do.
You can kill with. I mean, dude. I mean,
Especially if there's some reality to it. That's the thing.
like I promise today we're gonna get some good ones. There's gonna be some.
Yeah, but you can't read those.
I'm gonna read them, and I'm gonna.
Are you?
Heart
Why-
'em.
but
I'm
why waste your
I'm
time?
right next to them.
You're such a big. You're living your life. You're this big character. Why pay?
God, I
tribute to his
love
text
living the life.
messages?
I wish more people would get out there and live life, Joe.
Yeah.
I get so much shit for that. Like, I can't believe you're not training. You're out living. And I said, man, I look at my life like I'm retired right now. Like, why do I want to do all this cool shit when I'm 50 and I can't? I can do it now,
Right.
in my prime.
Well, also when people are young, they do whatever they want to do. And then it's like when you get older, you're supposed to become more serious.
Sure.
I remember when you decided to try to be more serious for a while.
Yeah,
and it fucked you up.
Fucked me up. It wasn't the way to go.
Limited your expression.
Yeah, that's a good way to throw it in.
Yeah.
Because
I think
I love doing all this wild, living
it's part
life,
of who you
man.
are is having fun. Yeah. It's like you
Like
have
if
to
I
figure
got
the
here and you're
balance.
like, Cowboy, change the plans. We're not doing the podcast. We're going skydiving. I'd be like, are you speaking to my heart?
we're going to do a podcast from skydiving.
From skydiving.
So, tell me about Winkle John.
Yeah.
What happened with Mike
sucks.
Perry? Why did they make you wear a rainbow shirt? Why a rainbow? What does it say
we'd
on
have
it?
30 seconds. It'd be a very short podcast.
Well, the UFC has to do damage control on savages, which is hilarious.
Yes.
And they have a bunch of people like you and Mike Perry and, fill in the blank. All these savages running around saying crazy shit. You go, whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa.
You ever go to Derek Lewis's Instagram page?
Yeah, I love it.
Best goddamn
I
Instagram
love
page
it.
online.
I love it. Where does he get the videos?
I don't know, man. He's got all of them.
All of them.
What is it? Is it The Beast MMA?
Yeah.
What is his...
Plug-in.
Yeah, Beast UFC. Derek Lewis. Shout out to Derek Lewis. Is fighting Volkan. He's fighting that giant Russian dude.
Tell him, Derek, let's not do the same. I know your back
Alexander
was hurt. I know your
Volkov.
back was hurt the last fight, but
That was the craziest fight I've ever seen in my life.
let's throw more than 5 punches this fight.
Well, it's almost like he was waiting. Yeah, Alexander Volkov. The Beast UFC.
the Beast got it. Yeah,
He's got the most hilarious Instagram page, and anytime there's anything fucked up that there's a
on there.
video, it's on his.
it's on his.
He's on it all day.
That is so bad. You see the guy eat his shits. Watch. And darts.
It's just so crazy that he puts all these in there.
Where do you
Car
get that?
accidents. He gets all of them. There's one that he has like real recently within the last couple of weeks of this guy standing on the side of the highway. What is the girl with the boobs? in
Yeah,
the shirt?
please show.
Click on that. What's happening here?
Just
There's somehow or another the nipples aren't showing. That's amazing.
Maybe they're a little
That's
higher.
Incredible control.
She got them taped on.
Those nipples are in the wrong place. The nipples are
Right?
supposed to be
There should be some
below those.
areola hanging out.
Yeah. She's got no areola. She's an alien. That's barely a person.
Do you think aliens have beautiful girls, or are they beautiful alien girls?
I think they gave up on pussy. This is what I think. What is this guy kissing this guy for?
Stop it.
If you think your life is bad, these are Siamese brother. One is gay, and they just got one ass. Oh my God. Are they really gay Siamese guys?
Oh my God. Did you hear what that just said?
Is that
If
real?
you think your life is bad, one is gay and they have one ass. Oh man.
This guy's kissing one of them.
That's
Is that real?
That's the gentle part.
Yeah.
The kissing.
I don't even want to know if that's real.
The he has one ass part is what clears into the rest.
Scroll down if you can see the accident. If you go, there's a highway video.
So this is
yeah,
fake.
right there.
The jumping from outer space is Red Bull.
No, that's not it.
That's fake.
I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen the jumping from outer space one. But there's one where a guy is standing on the side of the highway right next to a black SUV, and someone plows into the SUV at full blast, and someone else flies out of the back of the SUV, flies into the air, lands on their feet, and starts walking.
Come on.
It's fucking crazy. He posts so many. This is crazy. I mean, it's
How
not
far
even
back
anywhere
was
near
it?
No, did they pull it? Where's he at with the rattlesnake? Find
Yes.
it. What's the date of that?
What is the rattlesnake one happening?
Oh yeah, he probably got it pulled. His shit gets pulled.
Does it get pulled?
I guess. People find out about it. Or people.
What do you
sometimes
mean you
people
haven't seen the
own-
outer space jump?
I haven't seen it. That ain't it. Whoa.
He crashes, has to crash. Someone does. Yeah, I love pushing the little little glass button on the Instagram and watching all the crazy videos. Like you just get on a tangent and go.
There's so many now. It's like so much fucked up there. Is this one? No, this isn't the same one. He's got so many of these, man. Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
What is this, a high-speed chase? Oh, Jesus. I'm going to wait for it. Oh, boy. I'm waiting for it.
It's probably just one of those videos that loop.
Oh, here it is, right here. Boom. Ba-boom.
Tree.
Boom.
Oh,
Jesus.
that one wasn't as good.
Yeah, the one where the guy flies out naked and starts walking on the highway is amazing.
God.
Maybe that's it. Hold on. Go back right there. What is that one that looks like a bear standing up? Go
Well,
back.
how would that one be it?
Is it a cat? Yeah, it's a cat in a Roomba or something. No, hold on. Go back to it real quick. That's a cat in a Roomba? Yeah. Oh, okay. Imagine being as smooth as this cat. Watch this. The Roomba comes near him, touches him. It's like, no, bitch.
No.
He's just used to the Roomba. That's all that is. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. Right. He's like, wow, bitch. Out, turn.
And
He
she better give the pussy for that. Better, right?
They're ready to fight. That looks like two cats.
There's a fight. There's a cat fight.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Cowboy, it's already 3:30.
What does that mean?
Time flew by.
God.
We just did 3 hours.
Welcome, motherfuckers.
That was awesome.
Yeah, hopefully they
Hopefully people don't get mad at you for your use of the F word.
the equal use.
Equal
we
use.
shared that.
I
moment.
used it only in reference to Time Cop. The guys with the it's just one of those things, man. We're limiting expression in strange ways today.
Yeah.
You know, and people, half of it is as much about people getting mad at you and wanting to be able to censor you or to get control of you or to be angry at you or to shut you down or get you fired or get you to put that rainbow shirt on.
Yeah.
It's like half of it.
Well,
What are you going to do?
what are you gonna do?
So-
We're gonna wait 2 years, and we're gonna get more stories, and we're gonna come back.
Yeah. So this Mike Perry fight is when? November
10th, November 10th.
10th? That's in Denver too, right?
Denver, Colorado.
Why did I
home
hear
state.
some crazy rumor about you thinking about moving back to Denver?
No, I'm just moving my family up there. There's not really left for them in New Mexico. I'm not there with Jackson. I'm buying a house in Denver. Move.
Oh, you are going to buy a house in Denver?
Yeah, I'll move the wife and the kid up there and have them just, and I'll fly back
shit.
to the ranch and
Yeah?
train. BMF Ranch ain't going nowhere. It's stuck unless the cult leader wants to hit me up. Buy it. Other than that, no, it's just
But
there.
would you rather live in Denver?
I
like
love
most
it.
Of the
Yeah.
time?
If had my roots not been set,
right,
had I not just gotten blindsided.
No, Denver's amazing. It's one of the best mixes of like country, city, beautiful scenery, but it has Denver has everything.
My grandma, they're all there, you know.
The people are very cool.
Yeah.
It's a very cool city. Like one of my all-time favorite places to go.
I agree. It's one of my favorite places to go.
All right. Shout out to all the gay people. Hope nobody was offended.
Hey.
Shout out to everybody else, bisexuals, trans people with big dicks. Feel free to use that bathroom. Just leave those kids alone. Shout out to everybody out there just trying to be a good person.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody distributing that plant medicine.
That's it. The earth grown.
Yeah. Shout out to Paul Stamets.
That's it.
Dennis McKenna. All you people. Shout out to young Jamie. Hey, how about that? All right. Well, listen, brother. I'm glad we did this, man. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Love you.
Love you too, man.
Donald Cowboy Cerrone, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back soon. Bye.